big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count up to 37.
Oh! This is where I think we're going to see the caution. Oh! Here comes Angela, though. He'll have the run. That car, the newest below the Double Yellow Cup Series champion. And here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count up to 37.
Oh! Cabot, where did he come from? Here comes Swack.
A punch from the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it Auto Club.
Hello and welcome to the Below the Double Yellow Racing League live tonight for BTDY All-Star Racing from North Wilkesboro. Tonight's race is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to seeing here on Tuesday nights. Drivers from both the Premier Series here in the Below the Double Yellow Racing League as well as the Contender Series, which runs Monday nights. Going to be competing here this evening at the old North Wilkesboro Speedway. Looking forward to an exciting bit of short track racing, some beating and banging going on here tonight. And drivers just getting on the racetrack to qualify. We will have 5 minutes of, or looks like 10 minutes of qualifying with a 5 minutes drivers meeting in there. And then we're going to go to 2 15-lap heats where drivers will try to transfer into the A main. Take a look here. Alec.
Hello. Sorry.
Gotcha. No, you are all good, man. We just went live here and just trying to get everybody up to speed here for the All-Star race tonight. It's going to be a fun one.
It sure is. These guys have never been in these cars, at least any time, recent, unless they run the official iRacing series. But really, in competition with all these drivers together, I don't think anybody's really used to racing each other in the ARCA cars and then racing at North Wilkesboro. You know, two combinations that I don't think these drivers were really expecting to have about 2 weeks ago. And now we're here as Chris Samard puts it on the pole so far, and now Gary Sexton jumps up to second. But right now, these guys are, it's short track racing at its finest, one of the most historic tracks that NASCAR currently or will be going to next year. But so far, we know we're going to see some classic short track racing. It's an all-star race, no points, no penalties really, unless something's very severe. But other than that, it's cold, hard cash on the line here tonight, and I know a lot of guys are going to try to go for it. 30 cars here or have shown up. I don't know if anybody's going to be going home, but at least from what I'm seeing, you know, 30 cars racing for a million, or no, it's not $1 million. It would be $1 million in real life. But here, I can't remember how much money's on the line here tonight, but still, you know, everybody likes some cash. Who doesn't? So,
Oh yeah.
It's going to be wild, short track racing, beating and banging. We're going to have guys dooring each other, some fenders getting pushed in. I don't think these cars really register any tire marks, but such different cars. You know, the next gens we've seen this year, there would probably be shifting here. In these cars, just a standard H-pattern transmission, 4-speed transmission in these cars, so it's going to be fun. ARCA cars, these guys are going to be wheeling and dealing. I already talked to some guys saying they're sliding around. It's going to be 120 laps, one set of tires, and then to really cap it off, we got heat racing too. There's 3 races tonight, so that's going to be fun. Actually 4, there's a B main as well.
Yeah, and looking forward to all of those races here as Ryan Kemmel makes contact with the inside wall in the front straightaway in the number 6 machine. You'll see drivers in different paint schemes tonight as Keith Mayato currently sits atop the qualifying charts. We'll bring those up here. No points on the line tonight, just the glory of winning. And like you said, about $30 more in your pocket if you can do so.
Yeah.
Ben Bafford doing a little drift action here, mowing the lawn for us. The old 79, is that like a Stacy Compton?
No, that's a Carl Long, I think,
Oh.
if I remember right. 2008 or 9, Carl Long.
Oh, and he's going in the infield. I guess there isn't really any walls around here at North Wilkesboro, but
Yeah, well, it's 1987 scan, so a little bit different from current day North Wilkesboro, which would be awesome when they go there for the All-Star race next year for the NASCAR Cup Series. That's going to be a heck of an event. Hopefully they fix the cars a little bit on the short tracks, because you never know. But
Yeah.
it should be fun.
yeah, looking up at the standings here, Chris Samard, we already mentioned him, one of the drivers usually contending for a win at New Hampshire. A driver from New Hampshire and really good on these kind of flat, short tracks. He's going to be, looks like he'll be alongside his teammate, Keith Mayato, at least in qualifying, and they're going to get split up, I believe, in the heat races.
Yes.
Let's go look through the format here tonight. So we do have showing 13 car heats for 15 laps. So we will have, I think we'll have 3 heats, right? They may be.
It's going to be 3 or 4.
Yeah, top 8. Top 8.
Oh yeah, there will be 3 heats.
The top 8 in each heat race will lock into the A main, and then so that'll be 24 drivers lock in through those heat races.
They're age 25. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and then
so the winner of the B main will go into race into the All-Star race and start dead last on the field. But if I'm thinking of everything right, I believe 5 guys would be going home. If not, all 30 will race. But from what it's saying on my screen, should be a 25-car heat race or A main, which would mean 5 guys probably going home or sitting down watching the broadcast here for tonight's All-Star race at North Wilkesboro. Cool little, love the throwback schemes. A lot of guys wearing some throwback schemes. This is an old track, one of the more historic tracks in NASCAR. So interesting to see. Bailey Turner won last week's Premier Series race at Charlotte. Got some momentum. And speaking of momentum, next week, you know, if you're able to win this All-Star race and you're one of those chase drivers, whether it's contender or in, you know, in Premier, just a little bit momentum gaining here. It's going to help you. But obviously, next week's Atlanta, and we know what Atlanta's capable of, which is bump drafting and all you can imagine craziness is going to happen next week. But it's good to come to a short track where we know these guys are going to be up on the wheel, and then next week is going to be a lot of pushing, a lot of shoving, and probably some big wrecks next week for the chase to kick everything off for the chase for the BTDY Cup.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. Seth Hatchley, your regular season champion over Brody Hayes. Those two go in as some of the top seeds, but of course Bailey Turner and Adam Cabot, 2-time winners on the season. and they are going to get a lot of bonus points from that. I'm not exactly sure what the seeding order is. I think they have released that information, but either way, I know Seth Hatchell is going to be at the top with the regular season championship bonus points. So consistent, the driver, the number 8, still has yet to get to victory lane, but maybe he can do that here on a non-points night and get that momentum rolling. He already has had it rolling, but just that extra step of getting to victory lane.
Yeah, and I think Seth would like to win not only on an all-star race, but also probably wants to just get some momentum into the chase. He's been really good all season in Premier, but obviously he's had some problems, at least getting the win. So I'm curious to see, if you can win this, maybe go to Atlanta and win, or if not, go to the second race of the chase, which I believe is Richmond. So a lot of different tracks that we go to in the chase, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. Further down, and especially in the chase. It's only 7 races. So here, if I look right, actually, we go to Atlanta Dega, and then we're off again for Halloween, and then we go out to Homestead, which will be it'll be an event.
Yeah, that'll be very interesting. Of course, in real life, they're going there next week, so it should be a fun one to watch. On TV. We'll see how that race goes, and maybe how that will go, or maybe that'll be reflected in the Premier Series as well. We just got a couple more minutes here in the qualifying session. I think they're just in the drivers' meeting at the moment. Seth Hatchell and Luke Knupp not taking lap times here in qualifying, so it looks like they're going to try and start from the rear in their heat races and race their way in.
Should we pull in Seth? I know we forgot to talk to him last week after he won the
Yeah, we should. Yeah, definitely. We said we would do that. Pull him in here.
Let me see if I can get him here. Let's hope he's around here. There he is. Seth Hatchell, Alec Martinez, Adam Baker, in the VSPEED booth. Got a copy?
I gotcha.
Hey, well, I know you didn't qualify, so I'm assuming you're busy there, but last week we forgot to tell you, congratulations on winning the regular season championship for the BTDY Premier Series. Obviously, it's All-Star Night, so a little bit different, a little different atmosphere, if you so will. But obviously, you win the regular season championship. How do you feel about not only going into this race, but also going into Atlanta for the chase?
I feel pretty good, I feel like I've been a contender the last couple of years in this series, and just looking to keep up the consistency, hoping to get a couple wins. Those have been few and far between this season. Just hoping to take that next step and get a couple wins, but really excited for my chance.
Heck yeah! Well, again, congratulations on it, and now let's shift our focus to tonight. Different car, different track. How do you feel about tonight and just trying to go and at least get that win, build some momentum for the chase, but just to have fun in this all-star race?
Yeah, looking to have a lot of fun. That's why I'm starting in the back, actually. I'm looking to just get some passing practice, so hoping to just avoid some of the wrecks here and have some fun with this car. It's been a long time since I've drove anything with side force like this, or the asymmetrical bodies, stuff like that. So it ought to be pretty fun racing around, guys.
Well, for sure, man. Again, congratulations on the regular season championship. Have some fun out here tonight, and we'll see you next week as well in Atlanta. If not, we'll pull you back up here if you get inside the top 3 here tonight, or even win.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Yep. Good luck, Seth.
All righty. Before we get anything else, should we interview our pole sitter?
I don't think Keith wants to be interviewed again tonight.
Yeah,
I know we did that to him last week.
Yeah.
And ultimately he had a few issues in that race.
How about Brody Hayes?
Yeah, we can talk to Brody. Haven't talked to him in a little while.
All right. Mr. Hayes, Alec Martinez out of Baker in the VSPEED booth. Got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, brother, you're going to be starting, I believe, second here tonight in the first heat, and obviously for the All-Star race. So how are you feeling about tonight and having fun?
Yeah, definitely going to have some fun with this. Glad we could show up with some speed. These cars, this track is a lot of fun. I love short track racing, so we'll have to get our elbows out a little bit and just have some fun with these guys.
For sure, and obviously after this race, it's the chase starts at Atlanta. How do you feel about getting second in the regular season, being a high seed? I believe you'll be ranked inside the top 5. How do you feel about the chase now? Once we get done here.
Yeah, we were actually just talking about it. The big thing is to be able to finish races and just optimize all your points that you can. Atlanta being the first one, new Atlanta at that, is a little bit of a wild card to start it off. So But no, having a strong regular season was big, and we'll just keep that momentum rolling into the playoffs here. Maybe ramp it up a little bit and put the pressure on.
For sure, man. Well, again, we wish you good luck tonight. Have some fun tonight, and maybe we'll pull you back up here after the end of the main.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you guys for putting
right.
this on. Let's go have some fun.
Yeah,
Sure.
no problem, brother. Good luck.
Good luck. All right, let's
All
go
right.
through the starting order here for heat race number 1. Keith Mayato going to be rolling off from the pole position. Paint scheme a little bit messed up on that car. I know they changed the template. Brody Hayes rolling off second. Ben Baffert starting third. AJ Stravato, he'll be fourth. Adam Cabot fifth. Kyle McGarvey sixth. Kevin McGarvey seventh. Jeremiah Vincent, he's going to start from eighth. Nathaniel Ostrowski going to start in ninth. And Lane Sulfridge going to round out the 10-car field here. Luke Knupp not pulling onto the grid, so...
What's your pick?
My pick for this one gonna be Keith Mayato. I think it's too easy for him starting on the pole like this in such a short race.
I tell you, I like Brody's energy here. He's the short track guy. Won at New Hampshire earlier this year in Premier, but now it's All-Star time. The first heat of the All-Star race is underway. Mayato and Hayes lead them off. Baffert looking low into one, as we have 1 of 15 laps starting here.
A good start for the front row as they are side by side. Hayes with the advantage down into turn 3. Remember, just the top 8 drivers will transfer from this heat. So they are dead even, locked at the line there. Not sure who led that lap, but it is very, very close.
Very loose. Keith did lead the lap, but Hayes is going to power
There he
up on
is.
the lap side. Oh, man, AJ Stravato right underneath. Almost got into the back of Ben Baffert. Baffert slots into third, Stravato in fourth, Cabot fifth, and then up to the transfer spot. Jeremiah Vincent and Kevin McGarvey are going at it right now. Vincent a little bit behind. Kevin McGarvey and Lane Sulfridge. Looks like McGarvey has a little bit of a gap here, but he wants to get one more spot to feel pretty comfortable.
Trying to get the cameras to change on us here. It's frozen for me, Alex. So we got a permanent view of the lead cars as we have side by side back there. Who is that? The 5
That is
machine.
Adam Cabot and AJ Stravato. Cabot rolling on the bottom there. Almost makes a little contact with his teammate. Remember, these cars are a little bit different than the Cup cars. These cars can't hit, but I don't know if there'll be any fender rubs here tonight. But as you can see, Brody Hayes up to about a 0.4 of a second lead over Keith Mayato. Behind them, Cabot and Stravato still side by side for the 4th position. Cabot makes a little contact with Stravato as they lean off each other here off of turn 2. No much moving here at the transfer spot. Kevin McGarvey, Jeremiah Vincent, Lane Sulfridge, kind of all together. Ostrowski a little bit behind them as well. But McGarvey and Vincent battling for that 7th position. Sulfridge a little bit behind here, about a half a second behind. Now McGarvey's going to dive underneath Vincent here for the transfer spot.
And everything is locked up on here, but you can follow the action for me, Alec. I'm trying to resolve this, but yeah, it looks like Brody is out in front by a good little bit here. Top 10 cars separated by 4.5 seconds at the moment. Then Baffert's starting to fall back. The battle is on behind.
Yes, the transfer spot's starting to heat up. Ostrowski just got by Lane Sulfridge for 9th. And now he's set his eyes on the 22 of Jeremiah Vincent for the final transfer spot into the A main. Ostrowski really loose under throttle. Now Vincent able to pull away here. The top 7 have kind of built themselves a gap. Hayes, Mayato, Baffert. Then it goes Stravato, Cabot, the McGarvey brothers 6th and 7th, and then Vincent in 8th. Vincent kind of falling back to Ostrowski. Ostrowski a little bit slower the last lap. And then Sulfridge a little bit faster than both of the two ahead of him. But these guys really trying to just catch up to Vincent. Vincent looks like he's struggling with center turn, where Ostrowski's got really good bite off the corner. starting to fall back here. Vincent underneath him. I know we don't have it on our screen, just trying to call it radio style, if you so will, up at the front. Brody Hayes still about a 0.6 of a second lead over his teammate Keith Mayato. And right now, the McGarvey brothers, Jeremiah and Vincent, feeling pretty comfortable. Those are the top 8. We'll go over it here with White Flag coming out here. One more lap to go in heat number 1. Brody Hayes will take the white. Keith Mayato will follow about 6.7 of a second behind now. Baffert 2.5, Stravato 2.5 or 3.5 seconds. Cabot's also falling back, but now into turn 3 for the final time. Is this contact? The McGarvey brothers crash. So does Jeremiah and Vincent. Trouble for the transfer spot. Who's gonna get back first? Hayes is gonna win the heat, but now the battle's on for the transfer spot. Both the McGarvey brothers spin. Solfridge is in it as well. And now they're battling for the line. It's going to be Vincent and McGarvey. McGarvey sideways off the corner. McGarvey's going to get the final spot. And Jeremiah Vincent is going to go. Looks like he's going to.
So sorry, everybody. We're trying to fix it here, and it's just technical difficulties. I think it's the heat formats that really mess up my overlay software. So trying to get that resolved. I'm not sure we're gonna have any timing and scoring. We might have to do it the old school way. Yeah, unfortunately. Not sure what's going on. We'll try and get it fixed here for the second heat race, but we missed all of the battling for the transfer spot. I'm working on it. Yeah. I think it's Mikowski.
I don't know if we still got anything here, but just about to be agreeing here.
Gonna have to do this a little bit old school here. I got to do it very manually. Unfortunately, we've got no overlays working tonight, at least for the heat races. Hopefully, it'll work for the final. So we'll just try and call it this way. We can see what's on the screen, but you're gonna have to help me out with the timing and scoring. I don't have any of that right now.
Now, who's your pick to win this one?
We got Sexton and Samard on the front row. I'm gonna go with the pole sitter again and see if I can get it right this time. Chris Samard.
I had Gemmel winning this.
Hey,
we're green here in the heat as they stack up on the outside here.
All right, yeah, side by side. Looks like Samard able to clear, and he will take the lead away from Sexton.
And they'll all slot in line. Nelson's gonna follow behind now. Dallas Sullivan using up that outside lane, trying to get that top row and put some rubber up there. Dennis Faircloth in 8th. He's holding on to the transfer spot. He's gonna have to hold off Brendel in that Cinnamon Toast Crunch car, and then Noah Mikowski up in 10th here. But they're side by side mid pack, which is the 6 of Gemmel, Gardner, and then Sullivan getting a little bit loose on the outside. Cody Atkins. Now Dennis Faircloth's gonna pick them 3 wide here. I'll tell you, Thomas Brendel's loving it, what he's seeing right now. That's for the transfer. Gardner gets loose in the corner. And he's going to fall out of the transfer spot, and now that's going to put Brendel into the transfer spot.
And side by side, that is Faircloth, and I'm not sure who that is on the outside.
That is Cody Atkins.
Cody Atkins.
As he clips that grass.
Trying to contend with these Premier Series guys right now in a transfer spot, I think. I said Dallas in the AOL machine up there on the top side, able to wheel it up off the corner in 4th position. Who's in the 25 there?
He is. This transfer spot's heating up here. Malchinski, he's really closing in on the back of Brendel here. Brendel's kind of falling back to him, and we're talking about that 8th spot is the prime position here to get into the main.
Mikowski.
Mikowski. And that 03, he's really trying to get a diamond, get a run off the corner. Whereas you can see Brendel kind of struggling to keep that momentum going here. So far, still single file throughout the top 10. Right now, Samard about a 3/10 of a second lead over Sexton, then over Nelson, Sullivan, Gemmel, your top 5. Faircloth starting to close in as Brendel now gets overtaken by, oh, there's some contact there by the 03 and the 34, and the 03 takes the spot.
Yeah, Brendel got really, he got really loose out of turn number 2, and that allowed the 03 to get alongside, and so he takes the 8th position away.
And Gardner's starting to close
and
up.
he's loose! He's spinning!
Oh no! And now Brendel will take the spot. Now he's getting chased by Gardner in the 16.
Yeah, and the 34 is struggling right here, and Gardner just trying to get back to a transfer position halfway through the race. Looks like just a little past halfway here.
Sure is, and at the moment, Samard's still pulling away here. Sexton and Nelson kind of battling here, and now you can see on your screen Cody Atkins. Atkins next to Faircloth, and now the transfer spot kind of heating up as well. Brendel under attack from Gardner. Brendel's going to have to drive hard here for these next 6 laps as Gardner now looks to the inside, makes a little contact with Brendel.
Both keep it pointed in the right direction, though. Gonna be 5 laps to go in this race, and look at this Nick Gardner closing in. He's used to driving these ARCA cars. They actually race these over in the Dialed In Racing League for a season there, or a couple seasons. And he is closing in on the 34.
He is. Right now, this is really the only battle on the racetrack other than maybe Faircloth and Atkins, or Atkins still going at it for the 6th position. But right now, Gardner now peeking down to the inside. He's going to pull up right next to the 34 here. Again, this is for the transfer spot to make it into the A main, or as we like to call it, the grand finale, if you so will, the actual all-star race. Gardner trying to get the bite off the corner, can't do it on that inside. Looks like Brendel able to carry momentum off the corner. He'll use a higher line now into 3 and try to diamond it as Gardner staying loyal to that inside lane. Gardner looks like he'll keep the position, and now he's going to have to send in here, try to slide jump into the corner. They're still going to be even now. There's a little smoke up ahead. Oh, there's trouble! Cody Atkins is around!
Oh, no!
And the caution's out!
Oh, I didn't even realize cautions could be thrown in this.
Hey, how about it?
Wow, and how far? Chris Samard was way out there. He was hoping for the race to go green.
He was,
and,
yeah.
I'm not sure if there's green-white checkers or anything. I think we
no,
may...
caution laps don't count.
They don't count.
No. So we'll have 2 green flags. All the laps have to count.
All right, I'm going to try and resolve something here while we pace under the caution flag. So we're going to see what we can do here. Or at least a placeholder solution. Right. I think that may have helped us out a little bit for the moment. Well, we don't have the ticker, but we can at least change the cameras and everything now. So.
All right, that's good. That's good.
We're making progress here.
We're getting a slow and steady game. Slow and steady wins the race, right?
We got plenty of races to get to tonight. It's not going to be easy, of course, but
still got 1 more or 2 more after this.
Yeah, we are getting there. Let's see.
I think we're coming to 1 to green here, so.
Yeah, I think so.
I wish we could have 2 cameras on the battle. The battle for the lead and the battle for the transfer up here, but I think Sexton, you know, the top 5, whether it be, I think it's looking here, Samard, Sexton, Nelson, Sullivan, and Gemmel, they're going to probably try to take it easy. I think Faircloth will probably be on the attack. So will Gardner, so will Brendel, Mikowski, and Atkins. They're all going to be going out of here for this transfer. Top 8 transfer to the main event tonight, the BTDY All-Star Race at North Wilkesboro in the ARCA cars. Pace Truck's going to pull off 2 laps under green here for the shootout here. Samard is up and away. There's some contact between Gal Sullivan slits the tires. Still trying to gather
sliding.
No! And
He
he's gonna
saves
slide
it.
in. Here comes
But they're all gonna go by.
Now they're going to be too wide for the transfer spot. The top three have pulled away. Now side by side, look at Cody Atkins making some big moves. 3 wide in the middle. Mikowski on the inside, contact with Brindle.
White
That is
flag.
the Madison transfer spot.
Yeah, and they may just get into it. Ryan Gemmel currently on the outside looking in.
No, 3 wide.
And they're battling hard in the wall.
Atkins in the wall.
Oh, they all
Mikowski
spin.
Oh, now
Oh!
Brindle's in it as well. Now it's going to be who can get back to the line. Mikowski's getting on the gas.
Brendel
Atkins
backing
goes
up.
by.
There goes Cody.
Atkins is gonna go by and Atkins is gonna get in. Mikowski.
Oh no,
and
Atkins
Brindle
spinning.
He's in the wall again. He's got to get it back going. He backs up and he gets there.
He's gonna, wow.
How
Oh
many
my
gets hit from
goodness.
Mikowski and Brindle.
Wow. I cannot believe that. That is wild stuff right there. You can see the results on the screen.
Wow.
And
How
we
about that?
I think we're lining up here. Is this heat race number 3? It is. All right, so I think we have to do this again the old school way, just a little bit.
A little bit better. It's better than normal. Better than normal, right?
We got standings at least. So Bailey Turner gonna roll off from the front here. Joshua Banks alongside him. It'll be Alex Pelican, Alan Dice, Yusuf Ghali, Reggie Ortega, Angelo Ronis, Kyle Payne, Gordon Brackel, and Seth Hatchell in the Jimmy Johnson scheme.
Yeah, pretty stacked field. I mean, in this one.
This is really a nice spread here for sure.
Yeah. Transfer spot's going to be tight, I can tell you that. Hatchell starting in 9th. Who's your pick in this one? Chris Samard got the win in that last one.
You know who is really good at New Hampshire as well? Who's up here in the front? Joshua Banks. He's my pick.
I like Banks. Joshua Banks, your pick. Well, since you leave me no other option, I'm going to go with both Alex Pelican. I think he's been pretty fast. Looks like he had pretty good time in practice. B-filter gutter protection, number 31 Chevrolet Impala. It's, I think that Justin Haley ran that in the Roval and got a pretty good fit. I think he got a top 5 out of it. I'll tell you, Justin Haley has been looking really good in the Cup Series. I'm really curious to see what he can do next year. You know, having a year under his belt, at least in a competitive ride in the Cup Series, he's been proven that he can contend. So we talk about the new winner streak. Maybe he can be the guy to snap it here at whether it be at Martinsville or even at Homestead, Miami this weekend. But about to go green here again. Top 8 transfer into the BTDY All-Star race. Bailey Turner on the inside, Joshua Banks on the outside. Going to be interesting here. Pace truck's off into the zone, and Turner's up on the gas.
Bailey Turner down on the inside. Joshua Banks trying to do something on the top side. Can't do it there. Look at the big stack up back here, though. Behind that is Alex Pelican, the 31.
Oh, nice. Kind of slid up the racetrack. Now we're taking the AC Delco machine, trying to stick it up the middle. He won't be able to get there. And now it looks like Kyle Payne is holding on to that final spot while Hatchell and Brockel are just outside Payne. Oh, Brockel's going to spin out the corner. No caution's going to come out. He's in the infield, hits the guardrail. And now the transfer spot battle is on between Hatchell and Payne. Payne now trying to hold up on the inside. Brockel trying to back up. It looks like he's kind of stuck on that bottom. As you can see here, Payne gets into the infield grass. Oh, and Payne's going to save it. And now it looks like Hatchell is going to go into position here. And he'll go into 8th.
Yeah, and right up in front of him, Alan Dice.
Bailey Turner's around.
Oh my goodness.
And the caution's going to come out.
Oh, there it is.
And Banks gets the lead. And now Turner's out of the transfer. Let's see what happened. See what happened.
Taking a look here. Did he just lose it? Or did he get tagged by the 35?
I don't know. I'm curious to see. Obviously, these cars are a little bit different. You can see the noses are pointed. And these back ends, the nose gets right underneath. You can see Banks gets right behind him, and he kind of just helps him around
wow,
there.
Yeah.
That brings out the caution here, as the field trying to catch up, or trying to let the pace car or pace truck by here. But yeah, Turner goes down to 8th. Banks is showing 9th on my screen, which is odd. Oh, never mind. He's jumping back up.
Timing and scoring a little bit weird with these heat races, but he is going to be your race leader, Joshua Banks at 35.
And Banks getting the caution cause, so he will fall back as well. So he will have to fall to the back with Bailey Turner, and that'll move, is that going to move Payne and now Hatchell onto the chopping block, if you so will, if not the cutoff. Payne moves up to 6th, Hatchell up to 7th, Bailey Turner on the hot seat in 8th. Going to be an interesting to see here. I think we're a little bit behind here, Adam.
Are we?
We might be.
Oh, I don't know what was going on right there. Sorry about that. We were still on the replay. There we go.
Well,
Alex Pelican.
Yeah, I told you. Alex Pelican until now, Yusuf Ghali, Alan Dice, Angelo Ronas. How about Alan Dice running in 3rd here tonight?
Yeah, what a run for him. I mean,
I'll
pretty
tell
good
you,
on these short
Alan,
tracks.
One of the Contender Series guys, and could argue one of the championship favorites in the Contender Series. One of the top, I would say the big 3 in the Contender Series.
Actually,
himself, Gardner, and his brother Anthony.
I believe also has a cup win here in the Below the Double Yellow Premier Series at this racetrack. I believe it was last season. Took the victory, right? Was that Alex or was that Anthony? I think it was Alex.
It was Pelican, I can tell you that.
Well, yeah, definitely was one of them. So we'll have to see. We'll have to go back and look at that. But yeah, he's going to lead him back to the green flag here. Only 3 laps completed.
Yeah.
So we got a long ways yet to go in this one.
Should we pull in somebody that was in the last 2 heats? Maybe Chris Samard after he just won?
Yeah, you can pull him on up here.
Let's see if I can get him here.
Again, everyone, we'd like to apologize for technical difficulties tonight, trying to get this resolved, but you can at least see some scoring on your screen, so we do have that.
You're just about to go green. We'll get Chris next caution.
Yeah. You're saying there's going to be another caution?
Yeah, probably. I mean, like this field. Think about it. One of these guys in this top 9 are gonna go into the consolation race. So
wow. Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting here.
Yeah, Jordan Brackel is folded behind the wall here too.
And Pelican Ghali leading these guys here to green. Pelican's on it. Ghali that kind of stacks up everybody behind. Now it's up to Payne, Hatchell, Turner, and Banks here for the transfer spot. Mid-pack Dice kind of holding up Ortega. Ortega trying to get around him. He'll cross over to the inside. On board with Seth Hatchell. Kyle Payne using up that outside as well. And here comes Bailey Turner up at the front, though. Ghali starting to pressure Pelican.
Big bubble.
They're going to beat Banks to the middle of the corner, and now that's going to put Bailey Turner into the transfer position. Now Ortega falls out of it. He's racing with Banks. Banks gets put into the wall.
The top 2 before the caution racing here for a transfer position. Reggie Ortega going to get by Joshua Banks. That's for the 8th spot. Side by side, Payne and Turner. And contact!
Slides into Ortega. Ortega's able to gather it up. Still 10 laps to go in this heat. Now Payne's starting to fall back a little bit as well.
Yeah, just caught the wall right there out of turn number 2. He goes up the hill now. Here comes Reggie Ortega trying to look to the inside. Not going to get there though. Kyle Payne hanging on for the moment. Here comes the 2.
Ortega setting it in. Banks loving what he's seen to see if he can capitalize on either getting Payne or Ortega. Maybe getting both of them here. Slow and steady here as Banks now dives into the inside here. Payne falls back to 8th. This is for the transfer spot. Payne goes up wide out of the exit of 4, and he's still side by side between Banks here. They make a little bit of contact door to door here. Payne at the racetrack now. Banks swoops it down to the inside. He'll clear. Banks takes the final transfer spot.
Yeah, Kyle Payne's going to have to figure something out here. He's been losing time a little too deep in the corner that time. Side by side, Ortega and Banks. That could be what the 68's looking for. These 2 racing it up in front of him. Bring him right back.
Alan Dice is kind of holding up Hatchell and Ortega, but not to the extent of the 2 battling with the 2 and the 35. Payne about a half second behind. Needs these 2 to get together. Oh, Banks gets really loose up the corner. He makes contact with Ortega, and now Payne's back into the fight here. Banks gonna have to cool those rear tires around. He's really been sliding. Can he keep the same position? He's getting into the wall.
Gotta be careful on the backstretch too. There's that gap in the back barrier, and if you catch that the wrong way, that's a race ender. He looks to the inside. Reggie Ortega just leaving that door open, but 35 not able to get there. Now he's going to look to the top side, try and build that momentum on exit. And he does get a nice run here right to the bumper, but they're both transferring as far as I can tell, racing really hard for 7th.
This is also for track position in the All-Star race. Right now, I think Banks would be starting somewhere in the mid-20s at the moment. Same with Ortega. These two still battling.
Contact!
And they both go up the track.
That's pretty heavy contact. Further up the road, Hatchell and Bailey Turner side by side. The 11 not done trying to gain positions back.
Hatchell caught the wall that last the lap before. He got the wall at the right rear off of turn 2. It seems like it's been the trouble spot so far tonight. Now Turner looking on that inside. Hatch trying to use that outside up ahead of them. Dye starting to pull away. And then it's Pelican leading. Golly in second. Ronas in third. Turner clips the grass on the inside. Gets loose. Looks like Hatchell's going to power up off the outside off of turn 4. Banks in the 7th. Ortega on the transfer position here. As Payne about a second back from Ortega. Up in the 5th position. Bailey Turner still trying to get some track position for the All-Star race. Right underneath Hatchell, pressuring Hatchell, started 9th. Actually, no, he started dead last in 10th, and he's up 5 positions.
Oh, car in the wall. That is Yusuf Ghali trying to ride the wall up here, trying to gain time, but did he break the car?
He may have.
He's
still
slow.
Up the wall. Off the corner, it looks like Alex Pelican's going to win. He's in the wall again.
Oh, and Hatchell goes around.
Oh, Hatchell just got spun! And Payne's going to go by, and Payne's into the race!
Wow, what happened with Hatchell?
Wow.
Did he spin out on his own, or did the 11 of Bailey Turner take him out?
Let's take a look. Oh, the session is reset.
There we go.
Looks like a little help from the 11. And Banks got both of them, too.
And now we're going to move in. We're in the B main now, right?
Yeah.
There's only 6 of these 7 can advance. Somebody is going home tonight.
Oh, no, they're all going to an advance. They are all going to advance. Luke Knupp is not here.
Luke Knupp is not here. Unless he just shows up for this one.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's...
Looks like he's here. So these guys battling for the position here and looking at where they're going to start. They're going to start 25th on back is where these guys will start.
Wow, so it's going to be Jeremiah Vincent, Thomas Brendel, Seth Hatchell, Nathaniel Ostrowski, Ryan Gemmel, and Jordan Brockel. Going to be the 6 drivers fighting for position here, and it looks like they will all be advancing with Luke Knupp not joining the session tonight. We'll have exactly 30 drivers, so nobody's going home. They'll all get to fight in that A main, but yeah, they've got to go 20 laps in the B main.
They get 20 laps of practice, pretty much.
Yeah. Once we get once this race is over, we're going to try and pull up our normal overlay software, and we'll see if that we'll give that one more try. We do have the scrolling ticker as a backup right now, and it's actually looking pretty good, Alec. You know, we'll have to think about adding that here pretty soon.
No, I like that ticker. It's pretty cool.
It's just a placeholder for now, but it's working. It's doing what we need for the moment.
It is, yeah.
Thanks for bearing with us, everybody, folks. Hope you're enjoying. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe. Really does help us out a lot. Also, check out tonight's sponsor, Martin Sports. You can find their information in the video description, as well as use command !, Martin Sports, to learn more about them. They are the presenting sponsor for the Premier Series, Simulators Anonymous, the Contender Series. Pace Truck is off here for the B main. It'll be Jeremiah Vincent and Thomas Brendel, and the 9 off and away here. 20 laps around North Wilkesboro to settle the final 6 positions in the A main.
And I think looking at this 20 lap practice, all of you know you're going to make it. I mean, if you want to race, put on a show, go on ahead. But I think this is the point. Just get some laps under your belt.
Yeah, for Hatchell especially, he didn't really get a lot of practice time in. Didn't qualify, had to run in the back.
Oh, Brenda's going to spin! He spins Vincent, and Brenda goes by. Now it's up to Gemmel. Gemmel and, is that Hatchell as well? Now Ostrowski has to back off. And now Brockel's caught up to them. At the front, though, Gemmel trying to use the outside to power by Hatchell. Brendel up in the lead so far.
Yeah, Gemmel in the 6 machine does clear him. Clears his teammate down into turn 3. Really sent it down in the turn. Here comes 48, a.k.a. the 8 machine. Back down low, and around goes Ostrowski into the inside wall.
Hard hit on the, well, not too hard of it, but a decent hit on the inside.
If you can get it rolling again here.
No caution, I don't think, unless he's up in the way. But he looks like he's finally got it back going.
Looks like the
Up at the
battle's,
front, though, Brendel.
yeah, battle's gonna be on here for the lead. I think Gemmel and Hatchel both closing in on Brendel, and the VSPEED teammates working together here a little bit, kind of settling for second and third at the moment to go and track down the race leader. Here comes Gemmel, who just this past weekend was in Chattanooga, racing in a Trans Am machine for Nemco Motorsports. What a cool thing that he was able to do. Here he goes battling for the lead in the B main in the All-Star race here in below the double yellow. A little bit different.
Forced Brendel up a little bit wide, but kept his car under him now. Vincent is kind of caught back up to these guys. Hatchel kind of just...
Oh, and 34 is loose.
Oh, and that's going to give Gemmel the outside, and he'll go right on by. Can Brendel fight back on the inside? Looks like he won't be able to. Gemmel gets the bite out the corner. Here comes Hatchel to take that position away. And now looks like Jeremiah Vincent starting to catch up as well.
Oh, Brendel catches the left rear of Seth Hatchel, who's able to hang on to it, though. Nice job, and he'll try and track down his teammate. Just 7 laps completed in this one. Gemmel takes the top spot away, and Jeremiah Vincent, like you said, he is closing back in on this really fast number 9 machine.
And you can see he's closing up on Brendel. Brendel got up into him on the first lap and almost spun him around. I don't think Jeremiah's going to play nice.
There he goes.
And the caution comes out, and I think we know it all. I think we all know what that was. And that was a little bit of payback there for Jeremiah Vincent to Thomas Brendel. And the caution comes out here.
We're gonna go back and take a look here. Taking a look here on board with Jeremiah Vincent. Goes down in the corner in 34, I think fully aware. He just turns him. And around goes Brendel. Gets it pointed back in the right direction. No harm, no foul, really. Well, I mean,
Strauchy back into the mix here to get some spots here for the start of the race.
Yeah, his car, he can get it cleaned up here on pit road. Doesn't look like too much damage. I thought he hit the wall pretty good, which is surprising. He's still going here, but out in front, still showing Gemmel as your leader.
Yeah, these races have all been entertaining. Wait till we have all 30 of them on the racetrack for the All-Star race.
Oh my goodness, 120 laps, right? Or is it 130?
Yeah, 120, and that's practically a sprint race in these cars, and only one set of tire. So one set of tires. So you got to be careful here on when you're going to want to use your tires.
Yeah, it's only a 5/8 mile racetrack, so that ends up being just 75 miles for these drivers. And like you said, not too far at all in these stock cars, but it'll be got about half of this race left. It is just lap 9 as pace lap's not counting here. It'll be Ryan Gemmel, Seth Hatchel, the top 2. Jordan Brockel moves into 3rd. Thomas Brendel right there behind him, Jeremiah Vincent, and then Nathaniel Ostrowski at the tail end of the field for the moment. Here in the B main. Definitely been exciting here tonight for I mean, we kind of expected that short track, you know, no points on the line. Everybody's just kind of giving it everything they've got. And these transfer spots, so important, although seemingly not that important to make it into the big show. It's really just important for the track position here tonight.
I think there'll be a lot of beating and banging in this All-Star race. We just seen in little, you know, we just see it in the heat races and in the consolation race and beating and banging. Wait until we get into the All-Star race at the end of it, especially when there's money on the line. Cold hard cash is on the line, and there's no points either. So you gotta have to be careful here. And we know later in this race, at least when it comes down to the main race, the actual All-Star race, a lot of guys are gonna be on each other all over the place here. As we're back, Green, Gemmel, and Hatchel get away here. About 10 laps to go. Remember, it's just pretty much a practice session for these boys.
And Brockel gets a little bit loose back there as Gemmel and Hatchel break away over Brendel, and challenging for position. Nathaniel Ostrowski trying to take 4th away. Ostrowski
and Brockel, and then Vincent falling right behind. A lot more spread out than the start of the race here. Again, remember, nobody's going home here at least, so it's all track position for the start. At the moment, Jeremiah Vincent, if he were to finish 6th, he would start dead last on the field. As you can see, Brockle goes a little bit wide, but using that outside for momentum. Vincent gets a little loose underneath, and he will take the spot. He'll go up into 5th here, as you can see Brockle goes way up the racetrack, and he'll take 5th away. Up at the front, Gemmel kind of opening up a gap on Hatchell. As I say that, Gemmel kind of gets a little squirrely into the corner, and here comes Hatchell to close up and pounce.
Yeah, both these guys with late issues in their race, but they were in transfer positions, so they've got good speed.
Out on the last lap.
Oh, wow, look at Hatchell close right up there.
Like I said, good practice for Hatchell and good practice for Gemmel. Gemmel on the defense, Hatchell on the offense when he does get to somebody. Remember, 30 cars are going to be in the All-Star race. There's going to be a lot of passing for these two. These guys starting 24th and 25th and 26th in the All-Star races. Ostrowski just got by Thomas Brendel here for the 3rd position. Now Ostrowski goes up into 3rd. As you can see up here at the front, a little preview of the action we're going to see in the All-Star race. Hatchell using that outside lane on Gemmel. Gemmel fighting back on the inside, kind of slides at the racetrack, keeps it up off of his teammate. Hatchell takes the lead. He'll lead.
Wow, nice move there, and just keep this in mind, Ostrowski, he's got fresher tires. He took tires during that pit stop there.
Ready.
Yeah, so he could be able to maybe make us some time on these guys. He's got to, let's see what kind of lap there. He was a 10th faster.
Very possible. Look who's back by each other again. Thomas Brendel and Jeremiah Vincent have found each other once again.
Oh, man. Big slide from the 9. Brockell has fallen to the 6th position. Ostrowski was a 10th faster. He was almost 4/10 faster than Gemmel.
Wow.
And this time by, though, not any quicker. Hatchell goes back to fastest car on the racetrack. And he is definitely wheeling it up there in that second groove.
I'll tell you, Ostrowski taking those tires just for 5 laps really tells me that tires are going to be a huge thing. I don't know if you remember, super late model races always have one set of tires where you got to be easy, got to be careful with the set and when you want to take them. And I think that's what we're looking at tonight. Guys are going to have to be really easy on when they want to take the set of tires. As you can see, Jeremiah Vincent, Thomas Brendel up on the inside
here. Ostrowski!
Oh, Ostrowski!
Oh, no! Oh!
He hits the wall hard, and the caution's back out!
Wow, I saw him starting to get sideways. That's why I switched the camera over. And he is hard in the wall. That's going to be the end of the B main, I believe, for Nathaniel Ostrowski.
It will be. So he'll be starting shotgun on the field.
A long, lazy slide there for the number 14. He was on those fresher tires. It just loses it on entry, and can't ever get it under him.
And then it just hooks right there, and he's trying to save it. He's wheeling it, and right there, as soon as it hooks, the car just goes away. Really, nothing you can do after that is just hold the brake and hope you don't hit the wall.
They'll bring it to pit road, and Seth Hatchell, your race leader, gonna try and hang on here for a couple more laps. We're going to overtime in the B main.
Oh boy! Is it going to be a 1-lap hit or an actual overtime?
I'm showing it'll be at least. I think we get 2 more laps. Taking a look here.
Oh yeah, they have to finish on the green.
Hatchell, Gemmel, Brendel, did they advance the caution state there? It looks like maybe the lights are off on the pace truck, so I think we're going green this time?
I think so, yeah.
All right, there we go. I couldn't tell. They looked like they were single file for the moment there, but Hatchell, Gemmel, pace truck is off.
Yeah.
Nice restart for the 48, and here comes Gemmel. I don't think he's afraid to move his teammate.
I don't think so, but I just don't think he has the tire life here.
He does not. He just lost a half second in that corner. Hatchell really has conserved his stuff here somehow in this race. Gemmel just not able to keep up with him, but much better corner that time. Here he goes, sends it down in turn 1. Look at him close up there.
He tried to send it as now Brendel blinking a little bit, Vincent a little bit away, and so is Brockle. But off of turn 4.
Gonna send it down in, not close enough. Seth Hatchell gonna win the B main. And that's good for about 5 more positions than last in the B main. So it's not in 120 laps here as he gets a little love from the teammate. We're gonna see if we can get this all figured out with the overlay. We'll be here. it's just a warm-up period, it looks like.
It is. So yeah, if we want to roll some commercials here,
Yeah,
give some
we will
shout
do
out
that.
to the sponsors here while we get our technical difficulties fixed.
All right, we will be right back. And here comes Milo, big run out of 4. He's going to be there.
Tristan Martin's there. Cannot count out the 37.
Oh!
Burned!
Cabot, where did he come from?
Here
comes Swag.
A punch for the 33.
It's a drag race.
The Magic Man wins it at Auto Club.
All right, and back at the racetrack now. Going to be pulling up, I believe we're going to be talking with Cody Atkins. Is that right, Alec?
I believe so.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get him up here.
See if I
Be
can
his
get him there. He is.
first race here with some of these Premier Series drivers this season.
Cody Atkins, Alec Martinez, out of Baker in the VSPEED booth. Got a copy.
Hi.
Hello. How are we feeling for tonight? It's been a little wild, crazy from the heats. What are you expecting to happen here tonight in the main? Oh my gosh, that was hard hit.
I don't know what we're gonna be doing. Hopefully, racing and not doing this. But we only got one set of tires, so I hope we don't get too many cautions because it's gonna throw a monkey wrench into it.
It sure is. Well, brother, we wish you good luck here tonight. Go get them.
All right, thanks, guys.
Cody Atkins, 17. Sure that's what Kari has here on the paint scheme, but either way. Keith Mato fastest in the warm-up session in what has been a very violent warm-up session. Alan Dice goes second quickest here. So look at the 5 machine. He has got some speed tonight. I mean, he was in the mix there in that heat race as well, up in the top 5. We've ended up with 4th place. So don't count out Alan here tonight. The Affinity for Gaming machine, one of the sponsors of the league as well. He could have something for these boys tonight, and anybody can really win here. This is going to be I think a wild finish tonight. That's what I see coming.
It might be.
That's just a few seconds left in warm up, and then we're headed to the starting grid for tonight's race. Looks like everything's working all right. Let's hope it advances and everything's okay. Cross your fingers here. All right, I think it is working all right. Let's see if the grid is going to work for us here. Nope, that is not going to work. So we are going to go to the old school Driver by driver, Brody Hayes going to roll off on the pole here tonight in the A main. The below the double yellow all-star race. To his outside, it's going to be Chris Samard in the second position. Alex Pelican will start from third. Keith Mayato is going to start in the fourth spot. Gary Sexton will start from the fifth position. Angelo Rona starts in the sixth spot. Ben Bafford going to start from seventh. Eighth will be Willie Nelson. Ninth tonight is going to be Alan Dice. Rounding out the top 10, AJ Stravato.
And then we got 11th starting Dennis Faircloth, 12th Yusuf Ghali, 13th Adam Cabot, 14th Dallas Sullivan, 15th Joshua Banks, 16th Kevin McGarvey, 17th Nick Gardner, 18th Bailey Turner, 19th Lane Selfridge, and 20th Cody Atkins.
21st tonight is going to be Reggie Ortega. 22nd Kyle McGarvey. 23rd is going to be Noah Mikalski. 24th Kyle Payne. 25th Seth Hatchell, winner of the B main. Ryan Gemmel going to start 26th. Thomas Brendel 27th. Jeremiah Vincent 28th. Gordon Brockel 29th. And 30th Nathaniel Ostrowski. And so 30 cars around the 5/8 mile old school North Wilkesboro for the all-star race tonight. Drivers going to have to pull their belts tight here. It's going to be wild.
I know money's on the line here. We got 2 laps of pacing. All 30 cars are on the track. Adam, who's your pick?
Oh boy, my pick tonight. You know what? Angelo Ronas has got a knack for taking victories in exhibition races. So I think, you know, Angelo could take this one. He did make it into the chase in a dramatic race last week. And, you know, I think he could get the momentum rolling here with the victory tonight.
For sure. You know what? I'm going to go deep in the field. Because why not? I love the tire gamble. I love it all. This race, it just reminds me of an Adam Cabot when I think Adam Cabot gets it done in that 32 car.
Where's he starting here tonight? 13th.
He is starting 13th. So mid-pack, I'll tell you, it's all-star night. It's not a night race, but the atmosphere is wild. Brody Hayes, Chris Samard on the front row. Green flag is out in the air, and we're underway in the all-star race.
And already stacking it up down into turn 1. But Brody Hayes going to get clear of his teammate Chris Samard. The top 2 now single file side by side for third position. Keith Mayato up in the outside. Alex Pelican down low. Then you got Gary Sexton, Ronas, and all these cars out here. Look at that is Faircloth rolling the top third lane
Making
there.
that top work. Yeah, mid-pack is absolutely wild. 3 wide mid-pack with Faircloth, Ghali, Dice making some contact back there. Trouble in the back.
McGarvey.
Oh my gosh, what a hit.
Oh, huge
Big
crash.
wreck. Everybody sliding into the back half of the field. Kevin McGarvey hit that opening and he got thrown back into traffic.
Oh my goodness. And I think we cursed Cody Adkins. Oh, we don't interview people. Or we didn't used to. Here we go. The 0-0 of Kevin McGarvey. Let's see what happens with him here. He's on the front stretch coming around. It was on the back stretch. 0-0. I think he might have just gotten loose.
He got loose here.
Yeah, just lose
he
it.
gets loose,
Oh.
and then he gets hit, and then he hits the inside, the outside wall. Payne, Gemmel, Vincent, Brendel, Atkins is in it. Hatchell just was it. Gemmel looks fine here, just got spun. Oh yeah, you can see, I believe that was the 03 car as well. Got caught up in that of Mikalski as well. He got a piece of it in the Sulfridge.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, Sulfridge took a hard hit to the inside wall too.
Let's take a look here. Losing the back bumper on the number 1 machine. He gets turned around by the 03. Yeah, pretty good hit there.
Oh wow, rips the back bumper off the car.
But you know, I think we should ride on board here.
We should.
Oh man. Go back a few more seconds so we can process that impact.
He gets loose, saves it, gets hit, and then he hits the. Oh.
Yeah, hits galore there on the backstretch.
You know, they always say in racing, you can't hit this place, you can't hit that place. Trust me, race cars find a way to hit that place. That was definitely one of those places that they hit.
Yeah, definitely don't love those openings in the walls, and you know,
that's why we don't have them much these days. You know, this track's a scan from 1987, so yeah. Back in the old days, as they say, they were not scared.
Oh, they might have been scared, but if they were scared, they put it, you know, they
Put it
hid it
behind,
pretty
yeah.
well. Yeah, they kind of
Now
hid
these
those
days you just
fears.
get a
And here we go. Brody Hayes, Chris Samard, though, going to stay up at the front. Keith Mayato has moved to the 3rd position. He takes that away from Alex Pelican. See if there's any big movers so far. Your pick, Adam Cabot, up 2 spots. Look here for anybody else. Bailey Turner already up 3 positions. Seth Hatchell up 5. Gemmel up 5, even though he was lightly collected in that one. But no real damage on the 6 machine. The Mark Martin throwback, one of the all-time great schemes as well.
It is, yeah. Matter of fact, I think I got to, it wasn't this car, but the 1998 version of that Valvoline car. Beautiful scheme out here in Las Vegas this week, driven by Mark Martin. Mark's awesome guy. Got to get a picture with him and say hi to him. So awesome that they're honoring him from his win 24 years ago, which is wild to think about here. But yeah, always cool to see these throwbacks, and they always come out here at North Wilkesboro. Speaking of a nice throwback, Chris Martin, that Jeff Burton X-Side throwback as well.
Yeah, I love that one. And here we go, back to green flag racing action. Nice jump for Brody Hayes. He'll pull out in front of his teammates there. Mard and Mayato going to try and battle for second. Look at that, the 13 of Gary Sexton way up the racetrack. He fights alongside the 21 of Angelo Ronis. And
yeah,
everybody so far so good.
Oh,
On this lap here, they will get back around. I thought I saw a big bobble further back. Look at this side-by-side, the 46 of Dallas Sullivan. He got a little sideways. And here he gets sideways again. Nice save.
sideways. Banks on the outside trying to get by Dice and Sullivan. Remember, 120 laps can be nice and easy now. It won't be like that later in this race. But now, Banks side-by-side with Bailey Turner, who we got into in the second heat, and put Turner in the back here. But these guys all side-by-side through the mid-pack. Look at this. Baffert making some contact with Willie Nelson. Sorry, Adrian Stravano making some contact with Willie Nelson. Faircloth going to take them 3 wide. And look at Dennis Faircloth. He's using that outside lane. Oh, Gardner gives a bumper to the back of the 35. Looks like Banks is able to save it. This mid-pack, Ortega, Banks, Gardner, McGarvey, Turner, these guys all going at it, getting a little physical mid-pack here. As you can see, look at all these race cars.
Wow, that is a crazy shot right there. How about this? Oh, the 16 gets into Reggie Ortega. Nobody gets loose there. Now Reggie gets a little bit loose at the exit of the corner, but Joshua Banks trying to make up ground here. He's been passed by Bailey Turner, who races now alongside AJ Stravado, having not exactly his best performance to date, but maybe just taking it easy here. He's got a lot of time in this.
The most aggressive guys I've seen so far, Nick Gardner in that 16 Celsius car, and Dennis Faircloth in that 80 bright yellow Geico machine. Those guys have been going at it. They've been making aggressive moves this entire race, and I think this race kind of fits Dennis Faircloth's style. It's go at it from the beginning. You can see Faircloth making moves crazy quick. As he'll go under Baffert, he'll take that spot, and now he'll set his eyes on Willie Nelson. Behind him, look at that, Sullivan, Banks, Turner, that he got on the inside, Cabot, Baffert, these guys all going at it here.
And I wonder
Sullivan.
if drivers like Ben Baffert, though, maybe saving a little bit of tire. He is definitely
we got trouble. Trouble in the back. I believe that's Seth Hatchell around.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was.
Got some damage there on the nose. Let's go take a look at what happened. Oh, he gets tagged.
I think that was Malcheski right there. Or Mikulski, sorry. Yeah, Mikulski just got into him a little bit there and spun him, and then Gemmel just missed it, and then
big
Payne
hit.
and Solfridge got in there. I feel like I said that one a few times.
That one has come out before, Payne and Sulfridge. Yeah, that's quite the
Or was that
tandem.
Brockle? Oh, that was Brockle. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I believe Payne was in that. Sorry, they have very similar looking cars.
Oh, the 14 one just gets by. Yeah.
Oh,
Bam.
ooh. And I think that might do it for at least Lane, and I don't know about Hatchell.
Gonna try and bring it in here. They don't have any fast repairs tonight, do they?
They don't. No. So I got a lot of cars sitting in pit road. Again, apologies to Kyle Payne. That was not him. That was Jordan Brockle that got into Seth Hatchell there. Very similar looking cars, but 2 nice schemes.
Another thing with this racetrack, the pit lane is so short that
Really
there
is.
are shared pit boxes. I think even with a field of 30, there's shared pit boxes. At least on iRacing
Yeah,
there are.
is.
So I don't know if Seth Hatchell knows where his pit box is. He just drove down pit lane without stopping. He's going to try again here. I think he's going to be even closer to the front of pit lane. And we'll have to see. Oh, there's
lap
the
here.
sign.
Oh, there you go. He's in.
Brody Hayes, your race leader on the backstretch already. That is how short a lap is here under caution. Hatchell is going to have to just try and slowly get that damage repaired over time.
Yeah. And obviously, you don't want to lose a lap here. Very short, and you can't get much repairs fixed, honestly. Takes a while. Again, quick pace laps, as you can see, Hayes is going to go by. But I think Hatchell is going to take the risk of going a lap down. Although he should have kept it in a little bit long because he's going to fall a lap down anyway.
See what he does here. Still on pit road. Yeah, so he will go lap down. Multiple laps down. McGarvey is out. Kyle Payne still on pit road. Thomas Brendel, all those drivers at least 15 laps down. Jordan Brockel is still on pit lane. 3 laps down. Lane Sulfridge is taking it behind the wall after getting collected in 2 incidents. And Seth Hatchell, regular season champion in the Premier Series, currently 25th and only car 1 lap down. But not where he wants to be to start this thing, but 100 laps left in it. He's still got plenty of time to recover, and
yeah,
we've seen Seth recover from worse than this.
And point out, shout out to highest running contender series driver, Alex Pelican, running in 4th.
And not a surprise, Alex, really good at this racetrack, and very, very dominant over there in the contender series, and has raced with the Premier Series drivers and been very competitive, even winning races. So you can never count out the Pelican boys. Here we go. Pace truck is off. It's going to be Brody Hayes on the loud pedal, back and away here from North Wilkesboro, the 10 machine. Nice jump, and it'll be a battle between Samard and Mayato for 2nd position.
Yeah, side by side, about 10 rows deep here off of turn number 2. Faircloth using that outside lane. I'll tell you, Dennis Faircloth's been the only guy to go about as high as anybody today, and he is making those spots work, and he's getting them too. He'll go up to the outside. He'll pass Adam Cabot. Now he'll set his eyes on Angelo Rodas. That top lane really starting to roll with Faircloth using it. That 80 car looks mean. He looks green, and it's fast as he's using that outside. He goes up to 7th now, and looks like these guys starting to get it separated here. Hayes out to about a 10th of a second lead, and we got trouble down the backstretch. Kyle McGarvey is around in the 42.
Kyle McGarvey.
Stuck in the guardrail.
There he is,
like.
yeah.
Right, backing it up.
All right, let's go take a look at what happened to him here down in the middle of the turn. Oh, this could be a big hit that we're about to see here.
Could be.
The old Joe Nemechek, I believe, paint scheme. The Bell South 42.
Yeah. That's
taken over.
Frenchman. He was killed, I believe.
Take a look here. By Alan Dice, and that's a huge
that's
hit.
A hard hit.
He may have been hit again. I'm not too sure. Looks all good, but
so.
What a hit! Especially, watch this at full speed here. Man.
Oh.
Another view possibly on this angle. Bam! Comes to rest there in the middle of the corner. And I believe that is going to be it for Kyle McGarvey. The field being whittled down. Seth Hatchell gets the lucky dog. But he will get back onto the lead lap. 24 cars still out there. The damage model is different on these cars, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's a new damage model, so a little bit of it, little different, yes. If I kind of remember right, they can't take the hits like the next gen can. But they can hit, but they get a lot more suspension damage. Obviously, not as quick as the next gen. You know, if you hit the wall hard enough, you're done. But these cars, you can kind of fix it. But here we go at the front here. 25 laps in. Brody Hayes back on the gas, and we're back underway. It seems like Hayes might have got up into the wall once or twice. He's got a little bit of a dent in that right side door. But now, how about Gary Sexton up on the outside in that 13 car? Really starting to make some time up here. And he's up to the outside of Keith Mayato. Behind him is Chris Samard, and then mid-pack it is a cluster of cars.
That is now Dennis Faircloth, probably not in his preferred groove, racing down there on the inside. Here comes Joshua Banks working on the top side, breaking his way into the top 10. And right behind Bailey Turner, those two who were running 1-2 in their heat race, got together and ultimately have to race from the back.
Pelican, very loose on the bottom. He'll be able to save it. Got very loose and got aero loose, or he just got loose under braking. And now that really backed him up. Faircloth thought about taking him 3 wide, won't. You can see Turner, Pelican, and it looks like Faircloth's kind of stuck on the inside now. Does Faircloth try to use that outside lane? Cabot, and it looks like as well as Joshua Banks starting to use some time up, gain some time up there as well. You can see Cabot trying to peek that nose up there, gets a little bit clean air to the nose. He'll go up to the outside of Pelican.
And that is Bailey Turner, Joshua Banks side by side in front of him as they race out of turn number 2. Still 2 by 2 they go. And Adam Cabot in the Kyle Busch, or I guess Mark Martin too, right? They both ran this scheme.
Kyle Busch. You know, as a Kyle Busch, you know, fan, I gotta be right on this. That is a Kyle Busch.
Oh yeah, I think was Mark's more of a neon, and it was also in the COT.
Yeah,
yes.
more of a neon yellow.
Yeah,
than just a normal sun yellow.
Yeah.
As there's some contact there in the back, I believe that was between Baffert and Gardner. And oh, there's contact with Gardner and Sullivan.
Oh!
They crashed on the front stretch.
The track is wide. Hatchell, and he's jacked up that time.
That bumper just flew off. Oh,
They're still wrecking down here. Right, let's go take a look at what happened. It was Dallas Sullivan was racing it up there with them.
Oh, and Yusuf Ghali just spun Nick Gardner under caution.
Wow. Taking a look here at Nick Gardner, the 16.
Gardner's gotta be careful. Oh, he just got hit again by Samard.
Taking a look here, Dallas Sullivan was wheeling it up on the outside.
Oh, and then Hatchell gets hit by Dice.
Look at what happened with Seth Hatchell. Goes to avoid it. He gets just rammed from behind by Ostrowski, and then he gets hit by Dice up in the air.
I said Gardner and I believe that was Gardner and Ghali just taps him there, and then I don't think Ghali liked that. So Ghali gets back going. And then let's see here. Yeah. and then
Oh,
Ghali
wow.
just him out.
Tempers flaring in the all-star race just a quarter of the way through. And you said something happened after that.
Oh, Gardner's back up to Ghali, and he just bumped him again.
So the 16 got hit. Let's this is not gonna end here, I think. Let's oh
Yeah,
wow.
still going at it. Yeah. Well, it takes to tell you these cars can take a hit.
I guess so. Yusuf Ghali is gonna pull it into the pit lane. I'm not sure if he's done here, or if he's calling it, or if he's getting penalized.
I think he's getting some damage fixed at least. I'll tell you, Seth Hatchell's got a ton of damage to the back end of that machine. That bumper's a little loose, that bumper cover.
I've seen cars on short tracks though without the bumper
Oh, yeah.
cover perform pretty well though.
And that kind of helps. Kyle Busch 2018 Bristol.
This track is
comes
not
to mind.
Bristol though in terms of the
Yeah,
banking
but
and the
still
speed.
faster in probably, you know.
Yeah, a
rear
little rear downforce. Yeah, all that extra drag from all the air getting whipped around in that weird empty space that's created. But here we go. Pace truck lights are off. Yusuf Ghali beats him. Pace truck off. So he will stay on the lead lap. Still 24 cars on the lead lap, though a bunch involved in that wreck. It's going to get interesting back here. Nick Gardner is going to be scored just inside the top 20. Yusuf Ghali going to be 24th. We'll see if they find each other again. But what an interesting race to this point. Pace truck lights are back on, so we're going to go around another
14
time.
Going around again, I believe. All right, never mind. Yeah, they were. Yeah. He was on the
Oh,
bottom
wow.
there on that transition, just got loose. Spun. Ghali goes by. I think that's what triggered it at least.
Yep. We'll
And
get the
be going green
green.
this time.
Yeah, this time. So to recap, 4 cautions, no lead changes. Brody Hayes has led every lap. Looking pretty dominant so far in this
It's gonna
one.
get interesting once tire sets come in here in about the next 30 laps.
Here we go. Yeah, it'll be about halfway at that point. Pace truck is in and early on the jump there. No restart zone at this racetrack. And Brody Hayes going to jump out to the lead. Keith Mayato going to try and secure second position. His teammate racing it up with Gary Sexton tight off of turn number 2.
But he seems to get through all right. Okay, now Samard going underneath the 13 of Sexton. Looks like everybody's still fine here. Now side by side behind them as well for the 5th position. Ronis and Willie Nelson going at it here.
Oh, and
Ronis,
around!
Oh, partner! No, sorry, that's Pelican. Oh, and he gets drilled.
Oh my goodness, it just keeps adding up here as Pelican goes around.
And got in it as well.
And he's having a tough race already in this one, a third of the way through. Let's take a look here at the 31 machine. I think he just got loose down low all on his own, but let's see if he gets any help. That was Adam Cabot behind him. He got a little help.
Spun him around. Ortega just misses. Oh, man. Oh, and he gets hit by Actis and Vincent, and Gardner just miss it seems.
Oh, they got into it, but
yeah,
not too bad. Hatchell gets around it.
Oh, they got into it a little bit. It shouldn't be too much damage. Oh, who was that? Was that Ostrowski that clipped him? Ostrowski just clipped him there. Seemed like the 3 just was. Mikulski's been up to 12th here. Been surviving the chaos.
We'll go on board with him, actually. We'll see what happens from the perspective of the 03. Wow, I don't know if he made contact, but it was very close, and he gets through. So interesting to see the Mustang decals on these 4th Gen 4 machines. They don't quite fit, but
yeah, it
looks a little angry.
It does.
A little angry. But how about Brody Hayes? He's led every lap here. He really hasn't had any opportunity to be challenged. I mean, everybody else.
That hasn't been a long enough run.
Do what we can do. We've had a couple like decent little runs. It'd be nice to get like a 25 or 30 lap run probably, and then see what we can do.
Drivers would definitely like to see that.
Yeah, we got a few still on pit lane. Alex Pelican, we thought would be a contender here. He's still getting service and repairs done to the 26. He may be done. Adam Cabot has just gone around. He is stopped on the backstretch.
He was getting the EOL.
Ah, I see. Oh, for causing the caution. Yep. Not sure if he gets a little contact though.
I don't think so. He looked fine.
Oh, okay. It was just tire smoke from getting back rolling.
All right. We're about to get going here.
We are Brody Hayes, Keith Mayato, Chris Samard, Gary Sexton, Angelo Ronis, Willie Nelson, the front 3 rows. Third of the way through the all-star race, and again, Brody Hayes early on the gas and back going here, but a better jump for Keith Mayato. He's going to be right on his teammate to battle for that race lead. And then side by side for third, Samard down low. Joshua Banks working his way through the field along with Bailey Turner. Keep an eye on the 35 and the 11. Both drivers there trying to work their way from the back of the field.
Yeah, a lot of contact mid-pack. Everybody seems to get going. Like you said, Willie Nelson loose right in front of Joshua Banks. Banks has to check up here. Banks looking like he's going to take him up to the outside lane. Look at Dennis Faircloth again using that outside lane. And he closes up on Joshua Banks. A little contact between Ronis and Nelson. Nelson gets shoved at the racetrack a little bit. Now on board with Faircloth. Look at Faircloth get up way up to that outside, and he diamonds it back down into the corner. Loses a little bit on exit, gets loose.
Yeah, you could hear the tires sliding there as he tries to chase him down. Bailey Turner side by side with Joshua Banks, and there is the 25 of Willie Nelson. I don't think we've seen Willie in a little while. Good to see him back here for the All-Star race.
Yeah, it is good to see him. He's almost got a little help there from Bailey Turner. Oh, yeah, and Bailey Turner was not happy with him. He said he chops him again, he's getting turned.
Yeah, not a surprise. He did it was almost like a blocking move or very, very shallow entry to that corner, but either way, it's kind of slowing the progress of Bailey Turner, who now looks to the outside, and he'll try and make the pass the long way around. There goes the 35 of Joshua Banks up to 6th.
Nelson pinching him up off the corner here, and looks like he get a little bit better bite off the corner. The caution's out. I think Ostrowski. No, it was not. It's Nick Gardner again.
Yeah, Nick Gardner with more problems here. Did he get any help?
Hard into the inside, yeah.
That car is beat up. He may be done. I think the engine's... Oh, boy.
Might be, yeah.
He's racing with Yusuf Ghali, and these two have already been going at it here tonight.
Gardner not happy with Yusuf.
Oh, he gets into him, just a little shove up the
Fine.
hill. He moved him, and then... Oh, man.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Oh!
Oh! Hard hit.
Go to an overhead view.
Yeah, that looks... Oh! Yeah, that's interesting there. I don't...
That is a race ender for Nick Gardner.
Yeah.
He'll take it behind the wall. And Seth Hatchell back on pit road getting more damage fixed. Currently the last car, on the racetrack, 22nd position.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of help from all these other guys just wrecking it up like this. He is gaining spots like
Sure
crazy.
I tell you, a lot of guys, a lot of guys going at it here tonight. I think we're down to 22 cars up on the racetrack left here after 30 started. We got a few guys kind of straggling back here, a few laps down. Looks like McGarvey's back on the racetrack, 27 laps down though.
Just trying to have some fun here for the rest of the evening, I guess, but not going to be able to win unless...
He's going to get some spots, I'll tell you.
Gary Sexton at the back of the field here just brought it down pit lane as we are back green. Brody Hayes, another good restart from him and his teammate. They go 1-2. Samard trying to hang on to third. Angelo Ronis has gained a couple spots here on these last couple of restarts. He's into fourth. He's trying to take third away.
Angelo Ronis really starting to roll that outside lane. Nelson trying to follow behind. Banks has also been on the charge as well. These guys could definitely challenge Brody Hayes here side by side here for third. Oh, as Ronis seems like he blinked out. Oh, it's not Banks! And Nelson made contact. Here comes Turner to insert himself into the battle as well. Looks like Nelson really sliding out the corner.
Side by
Here
side.
comes Ortega.
And we had three wide there for a moment. That was AJ Stravato looking in the middle of Ryan Gemmel and Noah Mikalski, who gets loose down there on the transition. And he's going to get tagged. Turned around.
Oh, and Mikalski not happy with that one. And I'll tell you what happened in that last caution. Gary Sexton brought it in pit road, and so did Alan Dyston about 20 laps ago as well.
Could be a race-winning move, potentially. If I mean, they took their set of tires, I believe.
Hatchell came in, but I don't think he took. Yeah, and Stravato makes a little contact with Mikalski there. You can see Jackson on the back. Wow.
Yeah, just turns him around. Nobody else involved, though. Nice job by everybody.
But I wish that would have called the caution. They were kind of out of harm's way, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But...
Looks like AJ's going to bring it in. I think he may serve his penalty by also taking tires. Could be a good call for him here with only 22 cars on the racetrack. I think he only loses about 7 or 8 spots. While causing the caution and also going to the back here. But Seth Hatchell back on pit road, continuing to get damage fixed.
He's been getting damage fixed this entire race.
He's going to have a whole new race car by the end of this. And pace truck lights are off. They'll go back to double file. It's nice to have nice short cautions. The admin's really on top of it tonight.
They are.
7 cautions in the first 56 laps. As there's fewer and fewer cars in this race, we will have fewer and fewer cautions, you would think.
You would think, but I don't know.
There's $30 on the line, I mean, $30 is $30. That's a
30 bucks is 30 bucks. Why
like
not?
6 Big
Hey,
Macs.
for
Here we go. Brody Hayes, Keith Mayato, Chris Samard, Angelo Ronis, green flag back in the air. The 10 of Brody Hayes. Another good restart. No challenge for the lead down into turn 1, but Mayato is still there. He is still lurking. And I think we were 3 wide for a moment. With Ben Bafford now trying to make his way back forward.
A lot of guys trying to make their way forward. I think Bafford's been kind of saving those tires. Maybe it's time for him to push. Been about, I would say about 30 laps at green flag racing. Mayato now up behind his team and almost got into the back of him. As now Ortega now is moving up to the outside of Bailey Turner. And Ortega slowly but surely cracking his way up inside the top 2, well, inside the top 10 and almost inside the top 5. And now Ronis looking for third. Ronis has been really good in these non-points paying races, I'll tell you.
That's why I picked him. He is challenging for third, about at the halfway point here, starting to make his way forward, up 3 positions from where he started in the 6th spot. And now he clears Samard for the position. Does Chris try the crossover? No, he's going to stay in line. And here comes Joshua Banks, closing in as well, up from 15th to 5th to the 35, with a lot of race car here to contend with tonight. And the 11 of Bailey Turner right there behind him, because those two have just been glued to each other all race and continuing to work forward. Bailey up 12 positions. Reggie Ortega up 14 spots in this race.
Hey, a lot of guys may come in, either got damage fixed or got some tires here. I don't know if anybody's really taking their tires. You got much Mikulski up into the outside wall, but everybody seems to be doing nice and easy so far. These guys are starting to get a little more spread out here as we go, but then I say that Baffert and Cabot, Sexton going at it right now here inside the top 10. Oh, Sexton catches the grass, saves it, and now he's side by side with Alan Dice. Oh, Yusuf Ghali puts Dice up into the outside wall.
Yeah, Yusuf Ghali taking no prisoners here tonight. I think he said that was going to be the case for him here this evening, though. I think there was a little chatter pre-race. 54, you know, he wants the win. He doesn't care how he gets it. And that's kind of always been the case with Yusuf Ghali. But here we go. Battle for Gary Sexton to get back into the top 10, making use of those fresh tires. And Adam Cabot, the next one in front of him. We did take a look at Ryan Gamble. He's up 18 positions in this race.
Gets into the, wow, Baffert almost spun Sexton. And there goes Ghali to take advantage.
And Yusuf with those fresh tires as well.
Oh, Nelson too.
Yeah, Willie with actually the freshest tires.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at Baffert just chop the nose right off.
Game. And Nelson probably not going to appreciate that later in this race, and now he'll try to cross over Baffert in that 79 car. He'll dive down to the inside. Sexton just up ahead, getting by the 5 machine or 32 machine of Adam Cabot. And they're still side by side for the 12th position. That's Willie Nelson on the inside in that 25 car, dark navy blue, the red cowl flaps, and then Ben Baffert in the 79 baby blue car. He'll be able to carry that momentum off the corner. Sexton gets by Cabot, and then Baffert and Nelson still battling here for the 12th position. Gemmel underneath.
Oh man.
Ortega here from the 7th position. You're all good. And then Bailey Turner underneath Banks for the 5th position. They're side by side. Hayes about to open up a gap here over Mayato here, but now it looks like.
Oh man, Baffert is not happy. It doesn't appear like it. He just keeps giving the bumper here to. He already gave a shot to Willie Nelson once. I mean, Willie I think is going to be long gone at this point, but Ryan Gemmel, Reggie Ortega had a nice battle side by side for a few laps from what I could see, and now Gary Sexton is closing into that to try and gain some more spots, but these guys losing time ultimately to the leaders of Brody Hayes, Keith Mayato, and a nice little run right here for the first time tonight, really.
Change, if you so will.
And how about Bailey Turner? He's got around Joshua Banks.
Yeah, Bailey's done a great job as well. He's been pretty fast. Started deep in the field, but he's definitely got his positions up. About the longest run of the night so far, just about 10 laps it seems. But I'll tell you, as this run has gone on, Keith Mayato has gotten closer and closer to Brody Hayes, and I'll tell you, he is right on that rear bumper.
Gary Sexton also completes a pass. Yeah, and here comes Angelo. So maybe Brody pushing a little too hard.
Mayato just seems like he has a little bit better drive off. You can see different lines here. Brody loyal to that bottom. Mayato is a great diamond and a great drive off.
Ooh, we got a car slow. Dallas Sullivan up here in front of them.
No, he's good now.
He's back rolling, but he's not too far ahead. This could play a role in the battle for the race lead.
Mayato's going to get right up to that bumper. He's going to pack some air, loosen him up a little bit, and he does. Now he's up to his inside. Brody able to keep on the power up on the outside. He'll keep the lead, but look at who's dragging into the fight here. Angelo Ronis in that 21 car. Chris Samard in the 77. Starting to slowly but surely close their way up through the field. And they're closing up on this battle for the lead. As now Mayato right underneath them.
And Brody's so good at just wheeling it up out of the corner, though. Here he goes a little deep in the turn.
I tell you, Angelo Ronis just looks really good in the center of this corner. About to be a 4-horse fight here. as Chris Samard is starting to creep himself into this battle for the lead. Bailey Turner not too far off of Samard, but he's battling with Joshua Banks for the 5th position. Top 6 have kind of separated themselves from the entire field.
Yeah, Ryan Gemmel, another 1.2 seconds back. He's got Gary Sexton all over him. And then you got Reggie Ortega starting to lose ground. He's lost a lot of ground here over the last handful of laps, falling now to 10th.
If this thing somehow goes green in the end, I'd like where Sexton and Nelson are, at least in the way their tires are. They got to keep them cool, but they'll have way better tires if we get another 70-something laps into this run. But so far, I tell you, Brody Hayes is sliding that car around. It's only going to last for so much longer. As here comes Keith Miato.
Oh, he's in the wall!
He's in the wall! And Miato's going to go right on by. Hayes trying to keep the momentum up. He'll try the crossover, but I think Miato's going to keep it.
Oh, big slide from Miato, though. He's doing good pushing.
Take the lead. Angelo Ronas looks like he has the better of the 3 cars here. So does Chris Samard. Samard has been catching these guys quick. So is Bailey Turner. So has Joshua Banks. About a 6-horse fight now up at the front.
Gemmel and Sexton, really good battle back here. As they are starting to close up just a little bit. At least Sexton he gets sideways right there. He should take the spot away.
The battle behind them, Cabot, Baffert, Ortega, Dice, Yusuf Gully. Look at these guys all up on top of each other here.
Is outside the top 10. Well, I guess Cabot currently 10th. They're battling for 10th position. Everybody else outside of it. But yeah, nice little...
Oh, sorry to cut you off, but with how long this run has been, we are going to probably see everybody bring it down pit road that hasn't taken tires here once the caution comes out. If we get a caution, if it doesn't, I don't know. We're closing up on about 40 laps to go here.
And Miato is taking the top spot now. Brody Hayes the second. Angelo Ronas is right there, and Brody got right up to the grass, able to keep it out of it, and he's still hanging on to second, but you can see Miato just slowly pulling away. Last time 600ths faster, and I think he's just going to continue to increase that lead. That time another half-tenth, so it's about a half-tenth a lap. And Brody's starting to slip up the racetrack. Oh, but look at Angelo. Yeah, he's starting to push.
Angelo, if he can get by Brody, I'm curious to see, but it looks like Miato's really starting to get a little bit away from these guys here.
So cool to see all the campers out there on the outside of turns 1 and 2, the old NASCAR Cup Series signage and all of that. As, yeah, Angelo riding through the bumps here, about 3/4 of a second behind your leader, Keith Miato. And they are all nose to tail at this point. Somebody's going to have to make a big mistake, I think, to get past Keith Miato. Or he'll have to make a mistake.
Ortega got really loose out the corner, and then Dice got into the back bumper, and Alvo sent him around. Golly and Faircloth have kind of closed into this battle. Hatchell's kind of straggling back, so is Stravato. Right now, this has been about the most intense battle from 10th on back, from Baffert all the way back to Faircloth. These guys have been really going at it. You know, Yusuf Ghali's been aggressive all night as well. These guys, if a caution's coming from anywhere, it could be from here. Oh, and Dice lines up into Ortega!
They keep it straight, though. No issues, but look at Yusuf Ghali. He's battling that car right now. He does have fresher tires, but he has been really sending it and he's used them up at this point. Now trying to complete the pass on Dennis Faircloth for 14th.
Hatchell's starting to close up on these guys as well. Like I said, if there's anywhere there's going to be a caution, I think we know where it's going to be.
Yeah, I think it might be this 54 again. He is really pushing his luck here tonight. How about Cody Adkins trying to make a pass on Jeremiah Vincent? This just in the top 20 here, but the leaders, you know, well, it's still a ways back to them, but they're about a half lap down or so, and the leaders are closing up. How about this battle now?
Up inside the top 5, Chris Samard starting to turn on the jets here. He's just slowly closing up as well. Bailey Turner, Joshua Banks trying to capitalize, and this is all Keith Miato loves seeing right here. Man,
oh, car off the racetrack.
Mikulski's slow. He's in the grass. Looks like he's hit the inside wall.
See if we can find out what happened to him here. Just lost it on his own, and pretty big hit. Look at the nose crumple on that car.
Pretty hard hit there, as you can see. And now up at the front, Samard has gotten by Ronas. Ronas is up into the outside wall. And now Banks gets by as well. Turner goes by. Rona's trying to slowly but surely close in. And I tell you know who's catching up to these boys? Gary Sexton and Willie Nelson on way fresher tires. They're only going to have about 30 laps to use them. They're about 3.5 seconds behind Keith Maiato.
Yeah, and lap times, they're still not quicker. Well, Willie Nelson was by about a half tenth, but it's going to take a little bit more than that. And Maiato has got a second and a half lead. But he does, yeah, lap traffic. And you could play a role. It's not like Dallas is all that much slower. I mean, you look at lap time. He ran a 20.14 to Keith's 17.9 or 19.78, so it's about 4 tenths. But
as Samar just got by Hayes for second. Now Turner trying to get underneath Hayes here. He's thought about using the bumper there in the middle of the corner. It looks like Hayes struggling with some drive off here. Turner seems like he saved those rear tires a little bit better as he's trying to get underneath them.
Is it possible we could see some blown tires here in this race?
I don't think so.
You don't think the tire wear is going to be that enough? I mean, look at Brody Hayes. He's wow, full drift mode. He could have a flat.
Not yet, but he's asking for one here. I tell you, if they're running 100 laps on these tires, it's a lot of laps.
And we've had a lot of caution laps too, but he is really struggling. Here comes Joshua Banks, and it's pretty crazy because Brody has led 75 laps tonight. He's only been out of the lead for 18 laps.
He's fallen all the way back to 5th and might lose a spot. He's probably going to lose a spot to Sexton and Nelson.
Here comes Gary and Willie Nelson. They get by Angelo Ronas further back. Ryan Gemmel, Ben Bafford. Bafford really starting to close up here. He is the fastest car on the racetrack, saving his stuff like we've seen. But can he make up almost 6 seconds?
I don't think so. That's so far of a gap. I'll tell you, Ortega and Golly have been going at it. They've been doing. Oh, we got trouble down the backstretch. Hatchell and Faircloth make contact. They save it. That was almost the caution. And these guys still going down. Vincent.
Oh, wow.
A lot of save. AJ Stravado just missed both of them. That was almost a catastrophic incident down the backstretch there. But these guys really been going at it. Ortega really holding off Golly, and I tell you, Golly's getting a little bit impatient.
Yeah, he might start to use the bumper here.
Oh, yeah.
Not uncommon
Oh, man.
to see that. Seth Hatchell, you know, you got to respect the perseverance. That's how he got himself the regular season championship. He's still out here running 15th, still on the lead lap. He's been involved in multiple wrecks.
Sexton and Hayes going at it for the 5th position. Hayes really sliding. What does Nelson do? Nelson thought about taking him 3. I don't think there's room to do it now. Sexton slides up the racetrack. So does Hayes. Nelson now underneath Hayes, and the caution's out. Oh, it's Reggie Ortega spinning down the backstretch. And was it Yusuf Ghali that made contact with him is the question.
We're about to find out. Let's go take a look here.
Everybody's coming to pit road, I can tell you that. Except the guys that had tires. Let's see what happened here.
Reggie in the 2, Yusuf in the 54. Taking a look at the exit of turn 2. Reggie gets loose and then he turned around. Yeah, I don't think it's intentional. It's kind of just a racing deal with with Reggie getting loose like that. But
now the focus is the pit road. Everybody is coming in except maybe Sexton, Nelson, and a few other guys.
They've got 45 plus a lap old tires.
Oh yeah, they're pitting. Money stops here. This could be the money stop, and literally, when I say it, the money stop. Who's going to get track position? There's only going to be 20 laps to go.
Keeping an eye on pit lane. See who wins that battle off.
Vincent with a really good stop. Maiato with an even better one, I tell you.
Keith Maiato is going to win that battle. And then Chris
Jeremiah
Samard.
Vincent.
Yeah,
so did Dallas. Dallas had a great start. I don't know when Dallas may have came in. Oh no, Dallas was old. But yeah, Jeremiah Vincent, 2 tires.
Yeah, Dallas was the lucky dog there. So he'll get back on the lead lap. We still have 21 on the lead lap. 21 in this race. Actually, Kyle McGarvey's in the race as well in 23rd, but he is 26 laps down. And Noah Mikowski on pit lane now for almost 5 minutes, so he's going to be out of contention. Gary Sexton will inherit the race lead. Willie Nelson as well, but on very old tires compared to the rest of the field at this point. Can they hold him off for 20 laps?
I think this is where we see Turner and we see Banks. They're really going to try sending it here.
It would not surprise me. Is there anybody you want to pull up here, Alec, and talk to before we get going?
Don't go green flag or one to green.
No, we got 1 to green.
1 to green? Dang it.
Yeah.
Cautions are so fast here.
Yeah, they've been on it tonight. The admins really getting things moving and keeping things green. It'll be Gary Sexton and Willie Nelson on the front row. One of those two get their first career win here in the league. Not for points, but still for the notoriety. Let's see what they can do.
Oh, yeah.
Old tires.
10 laps to go this time.
Gary Sexton, 53 lap old tires. Willie Nelson, 47 laps. And here we go. Pace truck is off. Green flag back in the air. Nice restart by both of them. Not to spin the tires too much, but you can see Mayato gets through the gears very well. He is right on the bumper.
Gonna get it up.
Oh, no, go right. Samard comes through.
The big one. Everybody's scratching off a turn 2. All of them involved. Half the field is in it. And Mayato and Brody Hayes, the 2 dominant cars of the day, in the wreck.
Oh my goodness. And Joshua Banks and really everybody.
Yeah.
Chris Samard able to get through that. We'll take a look at what happens with him and how he's able to navigate. But we're going to kind of go to the overhead on this one.
Mayato obviously has the better tires. Gets into Sexton, and then everybody gets into each other. Hayes, Vincent, Bafford, Gemmel, Faircloth, Nelson, Golly in it, Dice is in it. Everybody, half the field involved.
Wow.
Look at that.
The track blocker, Gemmel, Dice. You see Faircloth around.
Adrian Travato sneaking through it as well. But look at how much that shook up the top 10.
On board with AJ here. Then we're going to go on board with Chris Samard and just see the C's part for him.
Man, look at all these cars sliding in front of him. Oh, looks like Mayato might have broke his car.
Yeah, I think he is done. He has pulled it to pit lane. And now let's go on board with Chris Samard.
He's right in the middle of all this. You can see the guys on older tires right in front of him. You can see Mayato gets into Sexton, and look at that. Right through the middle, and behind him, look at that view. Everybody crashing.
Kind of wild. Gary Sexton able, he's still second after that.
Those tires, I just don't think he's going to be able to keep up. I mean, look at who's behind. Bailey Turner in the 11. He's going to be restarting 3rd. Look at that. He got right through the middle, followed Chris Samard right on through.
Wow, and then, just the doors got shut right there. Angelo Rones, does he make it? Wow.
He barely makes it.
Does he hit the wall here? No, able to stay off. Great job by Angelo.
Jeremiah Vincent in 4th.
Wow. 2 tires, though, on that car.
Yeah, he got a little bit of a piece of it. Same with Bafford, but Bafford has 4 tires. Golly and Cabot just missed it as well, as they're going green here this time.
So much to look at with that one. They took our old caution. All right, here we go. Chris Samard, Gary Sexton. Samard with the fresh tires, Sexton with 58 lap old tires.
And man, Samard, great restart there. Behind him, last week's Premier Series winner, it's Bailey Turner on the outside. Gary Sexton, old tires. Bafford starting to close his way up through here. He's up to the inside of Sexton. Behind them, it's 3-4 wide up in the middle of the pack. And Ortega, Stravato making some contact. Golly is in the mix as well. Vincent, Cabot as well.
Oh, hard in the wall.
Oh, that trouble. Stravato and I believe Ortega, and the caution's back out.
That was a big hit for AJ Stravato, I believe, on the right front. Let's see if...
Gary Sexton's around.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, he got hooked by the 9, I think. Let's take a look at what happened with the 3 wide racing here. You see Reggie Ortega. And they just run out of room. Pretty big hit.
And let's see what happened to Sexton. Oh, Vincent. Oh,
sure
What
what
happened there?
did they get together before? Oh, I wonder if he didn't realize the caution was
the
out.
caution, yeah, and then he turned Sexton on the inside wall, and a hard hit. Wow.
Go back to the chopper cam here with these three.
Yeah, there's kind of no space there.
Pretty hard hit on the right front for Strado, but look at the save by Reggie Ortega. Ultimately, to not go around.
Imagine how this thing would be in the next gens. At this racetrack.
A lot of broken toe links.
Well, should I tell you? Or can I tell you?
What's that?
I just want to announce that next season, BTDY Premier Series is coming to North Wilkesboro.
Wow.
Next year. I think it'll be throwback night as well. So, of course, we'll have to get these throwback schemes out. But the next gens are coming up on this beautiful old school racetrack here in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina.
I think we did come here last season, right? In the next gens?
Exactly. No, it was in the Gen 6 cars.
Oh.
We have not been. Or wait, have we been there in the next gens?
I think we were last season. But there's a lot of changes that have been made to the cars in the sim since then. So we'll see how it goes. It's less than 10 to go. Chris Samard in control. Great restart, but Bailey Turner very solid on that restart as well. He finds himself in second. Can he race? And he's gonna get turned. And caution back out.
Oh,
Ben
Bailey Turner
Baffert.
is hot.
Oh, you can see him.
Bailey Turner is hot. Oh, he is driving up there. He is not happy. They're ready to get the cameras on Bailey Turner here.
We're keeping him on.
And he is driving up to Ben Baffert. Oh, shoot. Oh, he just turned him again.
Oh.
And Turner's in the inside wall. And Bailey Turner's car is destroyed.
Oh my goodness, Ben Baffert. We're gonna keep an eye on it here because I don't think Bailey's done.
Bailey Turner's driving back up to the field.
He's gonna have to be careful here. Admins could pull him from the race.
Oh boy.
But
he's coming back up.
I think he's saying, you know, if I'm not winning this, you're not winning this either.
He's gonna make sure Ben Baffert's not gonna win it either. I think admins are telling him to not do it.
Yeah, not too much of a surprise here. Let's go take a look at what happened. It was just a little too deep in the turn. And takes out the 11 machine.
Yeah.
Ben Baffert down there in the inside lane, the blue and yellow machine. And just goes way too deep. Yeah.
And he just gets into Turner.
And Cabot gets a piece of it. Yusuf Ghali gets a piece of it. Everybody else, they all keep it pretty straight though. Really good job. But then we go forward a little ways. I think Cabot was trying to hold him back there. You see him kind of.
Bailey was having none of it, and the admin just came on the radio and saying there could be some penalties assessed. And might I point this out? These guys are chasers next week.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Well, Bailey will restart in 9th. At least that's what it's showing right now.
Oh, again, Ghali and Cabot.
What is going on?
I don't know, but we're gonna have 3 laps to settle this out.
Just runs right into him. Here we go, Chris Samard. Can he hang on? What is Ben Baffert going to do? Angelo Ronis is 3rd.
How about Jeremiah Vincent in 4th, waiting to see what happens here? 3 laps.
Oh my goodness, it has gotten
money on the line.
Just as wild as we expected. Here we go, Chris Samard. A nice restart, but Ben Baffert times it almost perfectly. He's going to send it down in the corner here. He's going to try and maybe cross him over. Angelo Ronis is there. Good run. He's almost there.
Careful.
He's going to turn him.
Hard. The caution comes out.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. And now we're going to overtime.
The Marty's not going to be happy. He just made an incredible save, though.
Does he keep the lead is the question. I know Chris doesn't get too mad, but... Oh, he's driving up to Ben. Oh, he is. Everybody's not happy with Ben Baffert right now.
I'm surprised they haven't given any penalties to Ben. And I'm not sure where Chris is going to end up in the running order here. He may just be 3rd.
For sure. He's gonna be right behind Ben Baffert.
Yeah, so that is
And I
not.
think Baffert's gonna get a penalty, and that's gonna get the
There
lead
it
to
is.
Angelo Ronis.
Oh my goodness, Angelo Ronis finds
And
himself
look
at
at
the
who's in
front.
third.
Jeremiah Vincent. Adam Cabot is fourth, and he was involved in that wreck 2 cautions ago. This is it's devolving, but it's evolving at the same
Right.
time. All right, let's go take a look at the replay there, and I mean it was very similar incident to the
So what happened
previous.
with him and Bailey Turner? Yes.
Yeah. Another great
I mean,
save
Baffert
though.
got a great run off of 2.
Mard in the 77 out in front.
He got a great run, and then Samard tries to cover it, and then, yeah.
Groven. This is pretty straightforward. I mean, it's short track racing in a way,
Contact, yeah.
but
It's looking a lot like the end of a NASCAR Cup Series, just let me tell you.
yeah, it is.
Well, green, white, checkered, Angelo Ronis, Chris Samard. I tell you, Angelo, both of his wins are going to come on non-points paying events. That is just unfortunate.
Well, he's still
He
gotta
can close
hold
us
these
off, yeah.
guys off. Yeah,
It
I
can
mean,
close us off.
it is not a done deal yet, but he has been quick here tonight. Both he and Samard have been top 5, if not race-winning speed.
How about Jeremiah, the 2-tire call he made on that last pit stop? If these two get together, what can Jeremiah do? The Contender Series drivers.
We've got comments saying racing like $1 million is on the line, and it does seem like that. But no, it is only $30. So, but these guys really want that, and they also want they want a victory. Everybody out here wants to win, and we're gonna see who's gonna be willing to race for it here. It's gonna be Angelo Ronis and Chris Samar, Jeremiah Vincent, Adam Cabot, green
Oh, what
flag.
a restart.
Good restart by the 21. Can Samar do anything to get back to him? Will we wreck before we get there? And how many overtime
It's a
attempts?
possibility.
Oh, big slide by Cabot. He's up the hill 3 wide. There he goes, golly!
Everybody wrecking down the backstretch. Oh, a hard hit for Bailey Turner, and they're all crashing down the backstretch. And we'll redo it again. Willie, oh, we got Brody Hayes is on top of Brody Hayes was on top of Adam Cabot.
Oh, that
And
car's
they're both
broken.
still crashing. Cabot is going straight into turn 1. I think that car is done.
All right, we're gonna take a look here.
See here, 3 wide between Samard. Goes back to Cabot, gets loose, and then Banks trying to get to the middle. Contact. Oh, what a hit by Banks. And then look at Bailey. Wow, look at Gemmel get error. And then, oh, hard hit for Bailey Turner. Oh, and then Gemmel gets hit by Hayes, and then Hayes goes on Adam Cabot's hood.
Wow. Oh, what a hit.
That's where Brody gets the damage. Then Dice gets in it. I want that red car sneaking by.
That Yusuf Ghali?
Cody Atkins.
Oh,
He's
Cody
up in the
Atkins.
fourth.
Wow, after all he's been through. How about Seth Hatchell? He's up there in the top 10. I think he made it through that. Let's go to Joshua Banks. We're going to go on board with him after another violent hit in the opening on the back wall. That's the second one in this race.
Gosh.
Oh, and he couldn't have even done anything about it other than back out, and you're not backing out at this point in the race.
You're not, no.
So that's going to end the night for Bailey Turner, who's been so fast, as well as Joshua Banks, Yusuf Ghali, Adam Cabot, Ryan Gemmel, Brody Hayes. Brody Hayes, who led 75 laps here tonight. That'll be it for him.
This race.
Also the pole sitter. First 75 laps of the race.
Angelo Ronis led only 7. How about Cody Atkins?
Oh
AJ Strafano's in 5th, Faircloth 7th.
Reggie Ortega.
Sullivan in 9th. Top 10 has flipped on its head other than the top 2 or top 3.
Oh my goodness, it's just gotten
All the
wild.
money.
Wilder and
money.
wilder.
On the line here. Let me tell you.
Can Angelo Ronis win the second exhibition race of the season? Here we go.
Oh, what a
Pace
great
truck is
jump.
off. Oh, big
Lot of
tire
extra
spin
to
from
the
Jeremiah
tires.
Vincent.
Samart's going to need to keep it close if he wants to stick with Angelo and get to him on the last lap. Everybody seems to be A-okay down this backstretch. Angelo Ronas, can he do it? Can he get momentum into the chase? They're 2 and 3 wide behind. White flag out in the air. One more lap to go from North Wilkesboro. 3 wide into the top 10. Can Chris Samart do it? He's trying. They're wrecking behind. Seth Hatcher to the wall. One last attempt for Chris Samart into turn 3. One final send. Not going to be enough. Here he comes to the back bumper.
Wow, what a drive, though.
It's not enough. Angelo Ronas wins the BTDY All-Star Race.
Wow, Angelo Ronas gets it done in a wild turn of events here in the All-Star race. What a drive by him. He was my pick. That's
He
the
was your
first.
pick.
Well, it's not the first time
Finally.
I've been right, but
You gotta
first
pick
time this
year.
season.
And Angelo's gonna burn it down. All the money
Ooh.
going to Angelo Ronas is all bad for the hard hit.
Wow, great job, Angelo. What a victory there to hold off. How about Chris Samar, though, in that last set of corners?
Smart.
He got right up to him, but not enough time. I think
He
a
needs to
couple
be a
more
little
laps.
bit closer. I'll tell you, as Angelo Ronas brains it down here on the front stretch. I want to see what happened on that last lap there with Hatchell and a few other guys.
Yeah, we'll go back and take a look here. But Angelo Ronas is your winner. Let's see. We'll take a look after a quick commercial break,
yes.
and we'll come back with the interviews of the top 3. That'll be Chris Samart and Jeremiah Vincent rounding out the podium here tonight. So great job by those drivers as well. We'll check out all the melee there in the final lap after this quick word from our sponsors. Back at the racetrack now, we're going to be going through our quick last lap recap of everything that happened here. You see, you got Ben Baffert, Dallas Sullivan, and Seth Hatchell battling at the white flag here, and then a big hit for the 5 machine. Alan Dice.
Oh, and the Hatchell again. And then if we want to get one more look, as you can see, Hatchell really trying to get that thing going. Hard hit there. It looks like if we get it on board Baffert here, you know, he's side by side. He tries to take him through. I know they're going for every spot they can get, and it seems like Sullivan tries to cover, and it's the final lap, and Baffert's not lifting, apparently. And another incident caused by Ben Baffert there, and Sullivan up into the wall with Dice and Hatchell. And then if we want to go up to Chris Samard, Samard gave it his all on that final lap. You can see going into turn 3, he tried for everything here. What a send. And I don't think he was thinking it was going to stick. I mean, it stuck perfectly. And just needed to be a little closer, maybe to feed a bumper to Angelo and move him up the track there. But Angelo Ronas is your winner tonight. But we'll go ahead and let's get to the interviews here. How about that third place finisher, Jeremiah Vincent here? Pull him up here, and then we'll see what we're doing here. Jeremiah Vincent, Alec Martinez, Adam Baker in the VSPEED booth. Got a copy?
Copy.
Brother, you bringing home 2-tire pit stop for track position, and it pays off with a podium finish. You get third, brother. How you feeling?
Pretty good, and the 2-tire pit stop was by accident. They accidentally put 2 tires on, I think it was on lap 2. So my right sides had over 120 laps on them. So I was just taking it easy here early on.
Well, that's awesome. Makes it even more impressive. Well, you get third. I know it's no payout, but next week is Atlanta Dega, if you so will. Will we see you out there, and how are you expecting to take this momentum into Atlanta?
I'm expecting to get up there and try to dice it up a bit. I like that track, and hopefully need a top 10. It's been a while. It's been a rough season.
For sure. Well, obviously, momentum always helps going into a place where I know it's possible where you can win. And now I got to ask you, before we let you go, anybody you want to give a shout out to tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out to all my teammates at VMS and then at Simonon. Great bunch of guys working with the owners of the league at BTDY, like Nick, Allen, Dallas, and all those guys. Great bunch of guys. And Alec, you and Adam have a VSPEED booth. You guys do a great job all the time.
For sure. Well, we appreciate it, man. Again, congratulations on third, and we'll see you next week out in Atlanta.
All right, thank you. We'll see you, man. Have a good one.
Have a good one, brother.
All right, that's third place finisher Jeremiah Vincent. Now we're going to go to second place finisher. That is going to be Chris Samard. He is here with us. Chris, this is Adam and Alec in the VSPEED booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, man, just one spot short. Really just needed probably another lap there, and what a run through 3 and 4 to get to his bumper. But a wild race. You survive it. You come home just in second place here. Just describe the night and, especially those last few laps.
Yeah, the night went well. I was just trying to take it easy. There was a lot of cautions. I figured that I was just gonna stay out as long as I could, stay up front, and it worked out for a while. And then at that last caution before we had all the green-white checkers, or was it second to last caution there, I went in and then I made it through in mayhem there and thought I was gonna win, but that's okay. I'm glad with second. I love short tracks, and it's a lot of fun. It was wild, and can't be more pleased other than being first. So
yeah, and you did get turned around there by the 4 machine. He turned a few people around here tonight. Any thoughts on that? I know the chase starts next week for him, and you don't have anything to lose. Go out there and try and win some races. Obviously not competing for the championship, but are you gonna make it hard on him the next few weeks, or is how are you feeling about that?
I'm certainly not gonna make it easy for him to pass. That's for sure. I'm not gonna wreck him or anything. I just gotta, make it a little harder. He's faster than me, so it's hard on me to do that. But I'll make it a little harder if I can. So.
Yeah, I think he made a couple enemies here. I know there's no points on the line or anything, but you still want to race people, as clean as you can. But either way, you run a really nice race here, Chris. Lead 15 laps after starting on the front row. You come home in second place. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just you guys out in the booth. I'm gonna go back and watch the race because that was wild. You guys do a great job. All our sponsors, Similar Anonymous, Martin Sports. There's a lot more sponsors that I forget. I'm sorry. My teammates at VSPEED, they help me a lot, especially Ryan, Seth, Brody. They all help me a lot. So, and Keith and my wife and son. That's about it.
Awesome, Chris. Well, not the win here tonight, but still a great finish and a great effort out there. Come home in second. We'll catch you next week in Atlanta.
All right, sounds good. I expected it to be crazy at the end, so I wasn't surprised that I get the bumper. So
yeah, we were fully expecting it to get wild there as well. But either way, great job hanging on to it and putting yourself back in contention. And we look forward to see if you can play spoiler next week.
Thanks, Adam. Thanks, Alec.
Congrats, Chris, brother.
Thank you, sir. At second place finisher Chris Samard. What a race
How
from
about those
him.
questions? How about those questions by Adam Vick? I love it. I didn't think you were gonna ask that. I was like, dang. Heck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's got nothing to lose, right? It's like
I
next
mean,
week.
yeah, that's going to be the thing about next week. For a lot of the chase guys, you know, you got a lot more to lose compared to the guys that don't have any of the things on the chase. You know, guys like Chris Samard, and you never know, guys that can play spoiler at any given week can be interesting. So that's going to be interesting. I think this race is going to prove, even if your chasers, you know, making each other mad, it's going to be something. Let me tell you.
Yeah, and now we go to our race winner and also going to be a chase driver. That is Angelo Ronas. Alec, I believe you're with him.
I am Angelo Ronas, race winner for the All-Star race, both expedition races. You got a copy with myself and Adam?
Yep, I got you guys.
Well, brother, like I said, you win both exhibition races. You take home some cold, hard cash tonight, brother. How are you feeling after that race?
Feeling shocked and relieved, but yeah, that whole race was pretty fun. I wasn't really going in with any expectations, just going there, have fun with some teammates and everyone else in the league. But yeah, circumstances ended up going my way and leaving here the winner.
Heck yeah. Well, obviously, you're a chaser. Great momentum going into next week, which is Atlanta, where we know we're going to see a drafting style race. A lot of guys are going to be on edge. You guys are going to be pushing and shoving hard. How are you going to feel, or how do you feel with this momentum carrying it into the chase now that you have, well, I would say 2 wins in the bank? Obviously not pointing or counting for points, but they still count as wins. How do you feel about going out into the chase with this momentum?
Yeah, lately, the past couple of weeks, I've been just doing more practicing with a bunch of my teammates, just trying to get better because they're on a whole other level compared to me when it comes to the long run. I mean, at Charlotte, I thought I actually had top 3 pace, but ended up making a mistake and relegated to 10th. But with that, with the pace in that race, and then tonight, it's definitely good momentum going to Atlanta.
For sure. Well, before we let you go and celebrate your win on the All-Star race, brother, anybody want to give a shout out to?
Yep, just thank all my teammates, Yusuf, Adam, AJ, Bailey. I know Eric wasn't here tonight, Ben Baffer was as well, everyone in the league. And I know I drove a blank car, but thanks to Burner Breakdown and Car Designs for having me on every week.
For sure, man. Well, again, congratulations. Congratulations. We'll see you next week out at Atlanta Motor Speedway for the start of the chase. Chase for the BTDY Cup. Again, congratulations, Angelo Ronas, tonight's winner of the 2022 Season 6 All-Star Race. Again, congrats, Angelo. Have a good night, brother.
Thanks, you too, man.
All
Angelo
right.
Ronas. How about it?
Angelo Ronas, after a wild race tonight, let's take a look at the full race results and the recap. 13 cautions in tonight's event. And ultimately, Angelo Ronas is your winner here. And wow, I just, you know, I picked him and I didn't expect him to win in that way, though.
Wow.
That is is the first one I've gotten right this season. I think you've got a couple right so
I
far.
got AJ and I got Ben.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it. So it's hard to pick these races. It's so unpredictable.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if Angelo was to win a points race too. That'd put us at 10 different winners on the season. So gonna be interesting. Obviously next week, the chase for the BTDY Cup for Premier and Contender. You can catch Contender Series on Monday night. That's going to be a heck of a race at Atlanta Motor Speed with the Xfinity cars. And then on Tuesday, where we know the Cup package is going to be wild, big runs, big blocks, a lot on the line, a championship on the line, most of all. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. And we hope you join us next week on Tuesday right here on VSPEED here on YouTube. And I think the race is going to start around, tune in at about 8:25 p.m. Eastern Time. Should be a fun one from Atlanta to get the round started, get the chase started. It's going to be fun. 12 guys competing for a championship, and I believe the 1 seed is going to be Adam Cabot, the winner of Daytona, and the winner of Auto Club earlier this season. Regular season champion, I believe, is going to be ranked second, or if not tied with Adam Cabot. It's going to be really fun to watch. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be crazy. This season has been crazy, and I expect it to get even crazier as the playoffs or as the chase starts. It's going to be wild. Adam, thank you for having me up here. It's been such fun. Congrats to Angelo Ronas, and heck of a race these boys put on. And thank you to all the viewers for tuning in. I just cannot wait for this chase to start, and it's going to be wild next week.
Yeah, these guys will hopefully they'll take it more seriously for sure. There's definitely more on the line, but tonight definitely a wild and eventful race, and you know, just the kind of winner that we would expect to see get out of it. Angelo was very quick all night long, so was Chris Simard. They were both up there competing inside the top 5 for a good portion of this race, so definitely deserving winners here. Just Jeremiah Vincent, he'll come home in the 3rd position. Cody Adkins 4th. Reggie Ortega comes home in the 5th spot. AJ Stravato 6th. Gary Saxton 7th. Dennis Faircloth 8th. Ben Bafford 9th. And Willie Nelson rounds out the top 10.
In 11th was Alan Dice, Dallas Sullivan 12th, Seth Hatchell 13th, Bailey Turner 14th, Yusuf Ghali in 15th, Adam Cabot brings it home in 16th, Joshua Banks 17th, Ryan Gimmel 18th, Brody Hayes 19th, and Nathaniel Ostrowski will be in 20th.
21st was Kyle McGarvey, 22nd, Keith Mayato, 23rd, Noah Mikowski, 24th, Nick Gardner, 25th, Alex Pelican, 26th, Lane Sulfridge, 27th was Jordan Brockell, 28th, Thomas Brendel, 29th, Kyle Payne, and rounding out the field, Kevin McGarvey. A few of those guys with early exits here this evening, but ultimately it is Angelo Ronas winning the All-Star race tonight. Like Alec mentioned, we'll be back next Tuesday or next Monday and Tuesday, but we'll also be here Thursday night this week. Yep, we come back with the BMW Car Club of America after a week off, and looking forward to that one. So tune in Thursday night as well if you want to catch some road racing action. But we'll be back with the NASCARs with the Contender Series back on Monday and the Premier Series on Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to Martin Sports and all the BTDY crew here, and Alec yourself as well as. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you all next time.